I guess, what do you go into schools? Not you necessarily, but the counselors would know that monies are available.
Yes, we canvass each year. We go to all the schools, including the private schools, and we make our presentation. We do a financial aid workshop, that's what we call them.
Yeah.
And we let them know about the board, what we do have to offer, how to apply, what document is required. Each year we do that. Right now we're in the process. We probably just have maybe about two more schools on each island to
Wow,
visit. We've
yeah.
already visited all the schools
Mhm.
that we need to. We make contact with the counselors so they are well aware, and they also work with the students in providing the documents and helping them through with the application process.
So it cannot really be said that the students are not getting an availability to all this help for them
Yes.
to move forward. And
And also, we do outside organization youth groups as well. We visit those. We go to the Upward Bound program
Mhm.
here in St. Croix. We go to St. Thomas, the Upward Bound. I was just there last week, Saturday.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so we try to make sure we are well rounded in terms of getting the information out
Mhm.
to the parents and students.
Mhm. And this is all tied into education because,
Yes.
if they can get the education and get the help along the way, this is very good. And it's an investment
It is.
because the more they get out of education in the long run, we're going to benefit. We're not losing anything
Yes,
from
and
that.
we do need students in some of our scholarships.
Yeah.
They do have stipulations in terms of the students coming back. Say, for example, if they receive a nursing scholarship, that amount is $5,000.
Mhm.
We are looking for students to come back and give back to the
Yeah, well,
community
that's
at
fair.
least for 1 year, for
Yeah.
every year they would have received that
Mhm,
scholarship.
mhm,
So
mhm.
some of these special legislative grants, they do have stipulations. So when we issue the contract, it will be listed in there that you're expected to come back and give back to the community.
Mhm. Well, this is really very,
Yes.
very good, and you're getting some support from the legislature as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
So your funding is, and I think it shows clearly that there is an emphasis on education
Yes.
in terms of assisting students. Now, there's some other areas which are not too hot, and they're nothing to do with you, but some of the students are not going to school. Absenteeism is becoming a bit of a problem
Yes.
in some of the schools. So we have to kind of look ahead and figure out how we're going to be dealing with that.
Approaching that,
Because
yes.
because we don't want to have money there. Kind of sit. Yeah. Mhm.
I have a question. So you mentioned the absenteeism,
Yeah.
and you also mentioned money for trade schools. So what about those students who are just frustrated? They don't want to finish high school, but they want a trade.
You mean they have no hope?
And so we do encourage them
So-
to at least think about going to a trade school. College is not for everyone,
Well,
but we
that's
I
do
know,
true.
but are
encourage
you?
them to
But,
go to a
but
trade
what I
school.
want to know is if they drop out of high school, can they still get the money?
Yes, if they're a dropout of high school, once they have a GED,
Mhm.
a certificate,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
do have
they
to
can,
have some.
yes,
Okay.
they have to provide that along with the application
Right.
and
Mhm.
also show the intent that they're accepted
Mhm.
to go somewhere.
Right,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yes.
So I think we also got to do what we can to encourage the students to recognize that an education is important. Okay, not everybody going to college, but at least get a skill,
Well,
skill training at the CTEC, yeah.
Ali, and I can't remember in which areas, but I was listening recently to some news up in the state, and there is a huge demand for skilled workers.
Mhm.
And these aren't college degrees,
Right, no,
you
no,
know,
no. Mhm.
in the automobile industry, even repairing airplanes.
Mhm.
And so while the focus, and it's always nice to go on to college, let's not forget a lot of our support and the work that keeps us as a society moving, like the air condition repair
That's
guys,
right, yeah.
the plumbers.
Mhm.
It's all well and good that you have a nice college degree, but we need everyone.
Mhm.
Right.
And again, that's why we support the tech school,
Mhm.
Yeah,
trade
tech
school
school,
as
yes,
well.
yeah.
They don't
That's
have to be
excellent.
going to, a
Mhm.
4-year program. They can
Right.
be going to a 2-year program. And we do offer assistance as well for that. We even had added to our scholarship for the last 3 years through the legislature as well, the stenography scholarship. It's not a 4-year program,
Yeah.
but it's
They
a
still have
certificate program.
stenography.
We
Mhm.
still use stenographers, and if you're
Mhm.
watching the
That's the thing where in
legislative
the court where you
if
sit
you're
up,
watching the
and you
legislative
yeah.
procedures, you see the stenographers they're
Right,
sitting.
right.
We have them for our board meeting as well. They come to our
Wow.
meeting with the machines and they're taking
Wow.
notes.
Mhm.
And the legislature has added that to our scholarship.
Excellent.
And that individual is required once the program is completed to apply to the legislature for a
Right,
position.
yeah, the pathways
So
ahead.
there's different things open and available.
Mhm.
We again asking that you apply to the Board of Education on or before March 30th for
Yeah.
assistance with us. If you have questions, please contact our office. We do have an office in St. Croix, one in St. Thomas. Our St. Croix office is on Strand Street,
Mhm.
right across from Crucian Gold.
Mhm. On gold,
Crucian
yeah,
Gold,
I tell
yes.
you.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
Yes, please
Mhm.
visit the office.
Mhm.
You can call us at 772-4144. We have a rep in the St. Croix office as well. We do have two on the St. Thomas office. We're located in, we call it 70 Adventist Street, John against Gata,
Mhm.
and we're at 774-4546. You can call us as well if you have questions, any information that you require, please reach out to us. We are available to assist.
Mhm. Well, this is so good to, hear from you in terms of
Sure.
the assistance which is available. And my hope is that people take advantage of it because they ain't losing anything. They're going in, get the money, get the training.
Right.
Either if you're going to college or
College or
getting some
just,
skills
become
and
a
so forth.
farmer. We
Yeah,
need farmers.
absolutely. Now, one thing that might be getting you away a little bit is AI. I'm going to tell you why. Because of some people are saying, well, I just go with my AI and think I don't even have to be able to add, subtract,
Sadly,
divide,
yes.
and all of them kind of things.
I know.
Well, we just attended a conference in DC, a matter of fact, and that was part of the conference, the
Yeah.
conversation about AI.
Yeah.
And the board is currently working on a policy for the schools in terms
Thank
of
you.
yes,
Policy.
they are working on a policy involving AI, the use of AI, and also to educate the students in terms of the use of
The use.
AI
Yeah,
and
definitely.
how to use that.
Mhm.
It's available to you, but also you need to manage it and the information that is provided through AI. So that's a
Absolutely.
policy that's being worked on.
Yeah, well,
Good. I'm
I'm,
glad
I'm
you
glad
mentioned
I'm glad
policy.
that you just went and did
Right.
something,
Right.
so
Yes,
you're
excellent.
aware of what's
Mhm.
some of the things which could be getting in the way. Because I know when going to school, you had to do times table. We used to
Mhm.
get you get your booklet, and on the back of the
They
book,
still
you
do that.
still do that.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
absolutely.
All your times
I
table
work-
is there,
yes, yes.
But now,
Believe it or not, they still do that.
so we have to, I think, encourage the students to learn to
Learn to-
figure it out
Yes.
for themselves,
Yes.
because maybe they might get AI might give the wrong answer.
Not might. Quite often it does. It's called hallucination.
Yes, even though you have the AI assistant,
Right.
you should be editing it as well.
Absolutely. All right. So how long have you been with the board?
This month, it's 20 years.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Mhm, yeah. You've been in teaching before or anything else?
Actually, no, I was never a teacher. I worked in a lot of customer service
Oh,
areas
I
before
see.
coming to the Board of Education.
Right,
But
yeah.
over the past 20 years,
20 years.
I've been working with the board in financial aid, bringing
Oh.
information to students,
Right.
coordinating our workshops, making
Mhm.
sure they get their checks.
That's important.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll be calling you.
And I've been enjoying that aspect of my job. So
Right. Absolutely.
I'm still there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the board has been around for quite a time now, and we no doubt there's a place for it, no
Yes.
question. the loan sides of things and the finance is just one angle. There's
Yes.
just other things that the board is also involved in when it
Mhm.
comes to education. So we gotta look to see how we're moving forward because in some cases education is a little bit challenging. As a matter of fact, today I went over to one of the key places where there was a function going on, basically in relation to a parent retreat.
Yes.
Yes, and we were looking at the whole business of what's going on in terms of parents working together, understanding some of the challenges. Not that they don't understand, but sometimes we just faced with so many other things, and the absenteeism and various
Mhm.
little things are coming up. So we'll do what we can. All right, well, we're into just wrap up time now. So, is there anything? And I do want you to say, at any time you have something to share, especially about money,
This is excellent.
come and let us know.
I didn't know anything about this, so this is really
Yeah,
good
the
information.
board, yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
the Board of Education. So,
Yes.
anything else? I want to make sure we share everything that we.
Um,
Anything else?
I just want to say on behalf of the Virgin Islands Board of Education, we do want to thank you again, Mr.
No
Abdul
problem.
for hosting us today
Yeah.
and bringing the information to you for our listening audience. Just want to encourage you to apply. All graduating seniors this year are eligible to receive assistance through the Board of Education. Continuing students as well in your sophomore, junior, or senior year, you can also apply if you're going to grad school. You can apply with us as well. Again, our deadline is March 30th. We encourage you to apply on or before that date for assistance. If you do have any question, again, our offices are located on Strand Street across from Cruz and Gold in St. Croix and in John Against Gata, 70 Adventist Street in St. Thomas. Our telephone number, St. Thomas, 774-4546, in St. Croix, 772-4144. And we thank you again for listening to us and do have a blessed afternoon.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
Thank
thank
you
you very much indeed. And
Providing useful information.
yes, that's right. Yeah, and we thank the board for their efforts.
All right.
All right, it's
Thanks
2:30,
We're
and
heading
we're
back to
going to
St.
be
Thomas.
absolutely right. Yeah,
Fort
yeah.
Thomas, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
Mr.
no
Ali.
problem at all.
Good time.
We're going to keep talking. No
Yes.
problem. All right, and we'll deliver some hope as well. Okay. All right, folks. We will be right back. Okay. Let's see what's next. Oh, big thing about cancer. Oh. They might have somebody reshape some of the mics.
Yeah, cancer.
Yeah. We'll see who.
The two ladies.
Oh yeah, all right. Well,
On the big one is the guy.
yeah. Mhm.
God bless the Virgin Islands. Before I fall, the sunny sky still comes from the west.
Yeah, yes.
Hi. Yeah.
That's okay.
No. We know it. Good afternoon.
So you guys can have beach chairs. Sit over here.
I want for my glasses, Yvonne.
Again?
Again.
Bam. Okay.
That's okay. I'll type.
And I want about
Okay,
like,
now it's just 2:30. We got some friends here, and we'll get all the names and so forth sorted out because we'll be talking a bit about cancer and some of the things related to that. As a matter of fact, Relay for Life, which you have no doubt heard about quite a bit. They're as active as possible, and Santana is here, and we're also going to be looking at that. But I did also want to say we went over to Carambola because they've been having a wonderful activity over there, parent retreat, and we had several individuals over there. As a matter of fact, from some of the local schools and so forth, and some of the uh, high individuals in education, Dr. Dion Wells Edrington, she was commissioner. She was there, Danelle Lam, who helped to organize the activity. And then we had a keynote address, Nurturing Ourselves to Support Our Children, from Dr. Valencia Paul Constantine. So that was very, very interesting. We'll share some of that a little bit later on. But for the moment, we do have the very talented Amy let me show, yeah, Santana, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Santana, yeah. And oh yeah, my good friend,
Yvonne
Department of Labor, yeah.
You forgot the name, you see?
Price,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, I haven't seen Yvonne for ages and ages. And that is Pryce.
There you
right?
go.
See,
At least
okay.
you remember how to
Yeah,
spell it.
yeah, Pryce. And this is my colleague today, co-host. So we just doing. So tell me, I made a little lovely, a little introduction here, and I said cancer is not at all far from us, meaning it happens, and we know about it. Daily, we hear about someone who has developed the faulty connection or has finally brought it under control. Good news is that Relay for Life is active in the local cancer movement area, and not only that, Relay for Life was recognized at a high level for its work and achievements over the years. Can you imagine the St. Croix Relay for Life hitting the world stage? Well, we'll get the good news from Amy and, of course, Ivan as well. So nice to have it. Oh, you see the trendy, look, you see it already? I know she will do something. You see that trendy here? Look,
I
she has it.
noticed that.
Oh my goodness. Let's not even put the camera on here, you know.
Oh my God. No, I'm trying to call Jessica to make sure that she calls.
Oh, the lady
The
from
lady.
the States. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
But Abdul, you
Yeah.
know, her
Come.
hair is like this. Her hair is like this now.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks ago, it was like this.
Absolutely, yeah. She's
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very creative. That's
Uh-huh.
how I would describe her. Yeah.
I don't know if she's I'm trying to call her. But I did give her the number that she gave
Give
me.
her the number. Well, I'm going to look to see if she calls. me.
Right.
Okay, so
So
hold
I'm
that
going live,
close.
okay, if you don't mind.
No, I don't know. No, no, you could do whatever you like. You know that. Amy Santana. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I saw
Find
I
it,
think
it's
actually.
decent and legal.
Exactly. That's the same thing I say. Yep.
Okay, this thing is turning around a wee bit. You want?
It's turning. Do you have? You don't have the stand for the phones?
No, I don't
No.
have this. Well,
See, he has something there that should be
see
able
if that
to hold it.
might be able to.
I
hold
like
it
that.
up a bit, yeah, somebody.
That's what I want. I want you.
Yeah. You see how good I am? I will be
Yeah.
able to get that.
Improvise.
You don't need a stand. That was
Improvise.
fine.
Improvise. Yes.
Okay, so you're talking to them like that.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I would hear you, man, all the time. I will take a picture of you before you.
Yeah, we
you
have to
know?
take a picture.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. All right. Okay.
Definitely.
So
So
bring
you're
this
live on
up to them.
Facebook, okay?
Yeah,
Just letting
that's
you know.
oh yeah. But listen, you know that's the Facebook is that's one of them AI things, you know. But it's pretty good. Yeah, it's getting the word out, you know, about what's
Definitely.
going on. No question. All right. So what do you want to begin with? This huge achievement, or you want to bring us up to date with what's happening with Relay?
Yeah,
Life
what
at
is
the
it?
moment?
Because I've seen the
Yeah.
sign, but I
Mm.
didn't know what it was about.
Okay, so this Yvonne Price, our executive director, will give you a little brief. summary.
When you say you've seen the sign, what are you talking about? Relay for Life?
Yes, the Relay
Okay.
for Life sign.
Okay, every year with American Cancer Society, we have a Relay for Life.
Okay.
And it's normally at the complex
Yeah.
in the back on the track,
Mhm.
where we have teams walk around the track.
Mhm.
We are hoping this year that we will have about 50 teams.
Oh,
We-
wow.
As of today, we have 24 already registered.
Mhm.
And this is our 25th year doing this, so we're going bigger and better. And they'll walk around the track, and then as many times as they can, they will be judged. The teams have tents around the track, so a
Okay.
team will have a tent. If you can have more than one team with a
Okay.
minimum of 15 members, maximum of 22.
Okay.
So if you think you have enough people that you could have 10 teams, the more the merrier.
Okay.
They have to pay a fee,
Mhm.
and as well as they have to wear a special T-shirt, which they have to purchase.
Okay.
And the money that we are hoping to make this year, our goal is $300,000.
That's a big goal, you know.
Last
But
year we made over
we went over-
200,000.
Yes,
Wow.
our goal last year was 250,000, and we went over it.
Yeah.
We made
Wait.
273,000.
Yeah.
880 and 13 cents.
I
That's how
remember
much
you
it
Well,
was.
She's a
classified
banker.
me.
I know, I'm sorry.
Yes, you went down to the 13 cents. You noticed
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Everything,
Only
yes.
a banker could do
When
that.
you talk, you turn the mic
Oh,
back
I
to you. Mhm.
I said only a banker could go down to the penny, okay?
Yeah. Okay, listen to me, because I'm glad that you're mentioning this, but on the other hand, the government might need you to help raise funds.
I
With
telling
the
you.
kind of-
Right.
No, well, seriously, with what you're doing.
But Abdul,
This is
we,
not
we,
right,
we
no.
go out
This
on the
is
side of the road.
Yeah.
We beg, we
Mhm.
beg, we
Mhm.
beg.
Mhm.
Between the two of us, we walk through Christianstead to the businesses. We have visited the businesses, given them sponsorship packages, and
Right.
we're hoping to get some money from them.
Mhm.
Thus far, as of today, we have over $35,000
Right.
raised
So far.
already.
Mhm.
Not necessarily in sponsorship alone, but also from some teams,
Right.
because the teams also go out and the money goes to their team,
Mhm.
the specific team. The money goes into their account. And I don't want to go any further without saying that all the money that we make stays in the Virgin Islands
Yeah.
to help
Yes.
people here with
Yeah, yeah,
cancer.
yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're saying that, because the next person who's coming on a little bit later, one of the things he wants to talk about is local ownership of business models. What meaning that rather than always having businesses come in and do something here, and they get grants and whatever, get some local businesses
mhm.
here going and look at that. So that's you're doing a good thing here,
Mhm,
here,
mhm.
right? To promote that idea.
Definitely.
That's a lot of money.
and
going up
and
in.
you might be surprised to know
Mm.
how much persons in St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John who have cancer or have had cancer.
Yeah.
We have a senator on St. Croix
Right. Yeah.
who got in contact with us because he had prostate cancer,
Oh,
and we helped him, and he was so happy with what we did
right.
that when he was re-elected with the last election,
Mhm.
and at the first meeting they normally go on the floor and they thank people for supporting
Yeah,
them, blah
right.
blah blah.
Yeah.
He actually talked about American Cancer Society and what American Cancer Society did for him
Yeah.
when he
He
had
was
his
grateful.
problem. He
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
He
Mhm.
was. And then when we had the relay last year, he was our guest speaker
Mhm.
on the field,
Mhm.
and he got on the stage.
And
when he had
said
to
what
talk.
he had to say.
You heard him,
Yes, it was
and he
right.
said in the raw. He
Absolutely.
said to the men, "I'm talking to you all.
Mhm.
You all are afraid to go get tested.
Right.
Prostate is one of the most common cancers,
It is, yeah.
and the men need to know this,
Mhm.
and they need to go and get tested.
Right.
And American Cancer Society will help them
Absolutely.
financially.
Mhm. Well, that's really good. So, well, let me see if you're saying. So, you mean any gentleman or man around can say, "Well, I want to get a test and come and see you"? And
No, you go to your doctor
Oh,
or
I
the
see. Yeah.
urologist and get tested. And
Yeah.
once you are positive for, say, prostate,
Yeah,
or
prostate.
any
yeah,
kind of
prostate,
cancer,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we're now talking about prostate.
Prostate.
Once you're positive,
That's
then
that's
you get
the
in
one.
contact with us.
Yeah, that's the one that we do most at our area. Yeah.
But the thing
Mhm.
about it, most men don't want to do it.
Well, they're shamed.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But
you
this
know,
particular senator who I'm talking about,
Yeah.
he told them in the raw,
Yeah.
what
Look
you need to
after
do. And guess
yourself,
what?
right? Mhm.
He is clear of cancer right now.
Oh, that's good. You mean you clear up? Clear
He
up?
went and he got tested.
Oh,
He
I
found
see.
out that he had prostate and he went ahead and got his treatment.
Oh, I see.
And he's clear now. And he said it one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is what I had to do. This
Right.
is what you need to do.
Absolutely. Well, that's
And the
very
one for the women
encouraging.
is more the breast cancer.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
story,
Mm.
same thing.
Mhm.
Go and get tested anytime you feel anything unusual.
Right.
Get tested, and if you become positive, come and see us.
Come and see it, and then you get some
But
help.
sometimes we do have certificates for mammograms.
Oh, mammograms. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
But it can happen to males too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some males do
Oh,
get
males
breast
got
cancer.
Yes,
mammograms.
Some
But
some
the
males
men-
do
the
get
males,
breast cancer
males,
too.
Males ain't got no breast.
But they
But
get breast
they can get
cancer.
breast cancer
Oh,
also.
I see. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay. We'll have to watch everything then. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
And so for this year, 2026, our theme is 25 years strong, working together for a cure.
Wait,
And
I'm
again-
writing that down.
Okay.
25 years strong. Mhm.
Working together for a cure.
Working together. Working.
You have it on the one form I just gave you.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
at the bottom of it.
Yes.
oh yeah. All right.
And our goal again is $300,000.
300,000. Yeah.
But you know, we would be happy if
Oh,
we
yeah,
go over
yeah.
that.
Mhm, mhm.
Yes. So to kick off the Relay for Life, we have a motorcade that's coming up. Yvonne Price is the person in charge,
Yeah. Okay.
and you can reach her at 340-642-1500. This year, we're going to be leaving from Altona Lagoon on May 3rd. It's a Sunday. And we're going to be leaving at 1 p.m. That's the information there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
If you want to participate, the donation is $50 per vehicle and $25 for motorcycles.
Okay.
And what we're going to do, last year we had a little raffle. We raffle a couple gas coupons. This year we're going to try to do that and also get more prizes too.
Mhm.
So whoever pays to participate, they will automatically go into the drawing.
Right.
And then whoever wants to buy tickets will have tickets on sale also.
Mhm,
So you're saying this is a motorcade?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. From
Right,
Altona
right,
Lagoon,
just
and we're going to be
that,
headed towards Fort Frederick Beach.
Mhm.
And usually when we end there, we usually end with a little short program in which we have some survivors who speak and then we just have a little short program and say
Yeah.
thanks, we do the raffle and we also have a prize for the best decorated vehicle that day.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Right,
And
yeah.
some people go way out, decorated their
yes,
vehicles. I mean, I
yes.
felt so bad for this particular person. Put so much stuff on the vehicle, and then to take it off, it was like with tape.
Mhm,
So it was pulling off the paint,
mhm,
you know, but
yeah.
the person didn't care.
Right. Yeah.
But you know what?
Mm.
That was a second time winning, so she needs competition.
Yeah, she
Right?
does. She won 2 years straight.
Kathy Mendoza, you need competition. So let's see who can beat Kathy this year. May 3rd, be ready.
Yeah.
Be
yeah,
ready.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
And-
the thing that, at the school is usually very good, very well attended, because I've been to quite a few of them.
To the Relay for Life.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Also, and then this year, you said the date already, right? June 6th and 7th
Mhm.
at the educational complex. Please, please, please remember that you must wear sneakers.
Yeah.
You must wear
absolutely.
sneakers.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
cannot
You
go
cannot-
at the track without
without
sneakers,
sneakers.
with any
Oh,
hard
I see.
shoes.
Right.
And
yeah.
someone will be by the gates looking to make sure that
When she says someone,
everybody-
that's a someone right there. When she says someone,
I'm one of the
She'll be
persons,
there.
Yeah, right,
because
yeah.
I'm also by the gate selling
Yeah.
t-shirts.
Yeah.
You gotta have a t-shirt on also.
Mhm.
But someone else will by the gate also. And if you don't have on sneakers, you can't come
Yeah,
in.
it's a
Again,
problem.
I'll say 2 years ago, a senator's wife came in
Mhm.
and had on her fancy high heel shoes, and we stopped her right by the
Yeah,
gate.
yeah, Mhm.
And I felt so bad, and I said to her, "What size shoe you wear?"
Mhm.
And fortunately for her, she wore the same size that I wore.
Mhm.
So I took her shoes because I was by the gate. I wasn't going down on the field, and I gave her my sneakers.
Right.
And she was
Mhm.
so happy because she couldn't go any further if she
Yeah,
didn't have
right,
those sneakers
yeah,
on.
mhm.
Did Did you walk around in her shoes styling?
No, I couldn't.
She was right by the gate.
I had to stay where I was. I couldn't.
Yeah, but it was nice because it was her first time, so she really enjoyed herself.
Right, absolutely, yes, that's really very good. Well, I know it's something, and then more, you do it 2 days or so, right?
Yes, six is the 6th and 7th.
The 6th
However,
and
this year, like Yvonne said, is our 25th anniversary, so we're gonna go even bigger and better.
Mhm.
So whoever is interested in being part of the entertainment, you can contact Mr. Darren Stevens. Everybody knows Bogle.
Yeah, oh yeah, the man himself.
And his number is 227-2363.
Mhm.
227-2363. So if you want to show off your talent, we don't care what the talent is. It could be Zumba, it could be a band, it could be anyone dancing. I mean, last year we had Choo Choo on the 411. We had Nikki Brooks. Hint. We're gonna
Oh,
go to
yeah.
you guys again. We had Papi Pops was supposed to be there. He couldn't make it, but this year he said he's gonna make it. So and also we also had DJ Norbin also. Thank you. So we expect you. Well, of course they're gonna be there, and whoever is interested, again, you can call Darren Stephen Bogle at 227-2363.
Mhm.
Why is it, I bet, that I heard something about a Miss Relay for Life?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone interested in being the second? I think it's the second because you said we did it before. So the second Miss Relay for Life. You can contact me at 340-332-4626 or
Right.
Yvonne Price at
Mhm.
340-642-1500.
Right.
We're working
absolutely.
with Miss Claire.
So,
because she's
Relay
helping us
for
with this
Life?
Miss
And
Relay
you know,
for Life.
Miss Claire Roca has been in Queen shows and stuff for a number of years.
Yes, uh-huh.
You know, so she's working with us for the Miss Relay for Life. We're going to be doing that this year also.
That's good. That's this first year you're doing that, right?
It was done a long time ago.
Oh, I
Yes.
see.
But we do it specifically because this is our 25th, and you know, based on how it goes, we probably do it every year going forward.
What makes you last 25 years?
Hard work,
Okay.
and we enjoy doing it because we like to help people.
And we're all volunteers.
Mhm.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we
Volunteers.
we're all
volunteers.
volunteers.
Mhm. Oh
Yes.
man, you know,
Yeah.
but listen to me.
What's the other question?
You know, I know sometimes in general how we behave as humans is not good. Okay, but there's some good people around who
I know,
behave in very
volunteers.
positive ways
Oh,
and doing all that needs to be done. You know, to offer help and support to other individuals.
I would even go so far as to say that our society would be stagnant without volunteers.
Yeah. Mhm.
You know, there's so many Red Cross.
Good volunteers.
Exactly.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I did have one quick question about the Miss Relay for Life. Is there an age limit?
No, I think we're gonna have different categories.
Okay.
Sometimes you usually have little.
I take the hint that you want to
Miss-
participate.
Oh, we have interested.
No, I am not one of those.
We're still coordinating the
the
requirements and
criteria and
everything, the
everything.
criteria. So we'll come back again and
Mhm.
give you the details.
Okay. Now, what about the person from off island that they're going to be calling, or you didn't get them?
I'm not
Oh, you understand?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay.
'Cause we
But
did
but
tell
anyhow, you did tell her that.
Yeah, I
first
told us
thing.
to call.
All
Yes.
right. Okay.
But Mr. Ali, we do have
Also, what I would like to say at this time is because we've been doing so very well financially,
Yeah.
American Cancer Society National named us the Fab Five. You know that,
Oh,
Mr. Ali.
right.
We've told
Yeah,
you about that.
So, yeah.
But Miss Burke and myself, we said we wanted to retire from being a part of the Fab Five.
Mhm.
However, they said no, we can't go anywhere. We still have to be here. So
Mhm.
now we are named the Fab Seven
Mhm.
instead of it being the Fab Five. And I may will tell you who they are.
Yes, we
Okay.
have the Fab Seven.
Yeah.
So we have Miss, of course, Miss Yurley Burke,
Yeah.
340-643-1256. She's also in charge of the booklet that we're gonna have this year. So if you're interested in having any ads, you can call her at 643-1256. We do have the anniversary booklet, and you can have your business cards or a quarter page, half a page, full page, front cover inside, back cover inside, or back cover outside.
Mhm.
So Sorry, I was blocking it. And we also have Ms. Barrero. She's in charge of survivors. And again, if you're a survivor and you're going to participate in a Reader for Life this year, you must register every year. Even if you participated not last year, you must register this year.
Right.
And her number is 340-643-1256. It's very important that they're registered because we do
that's
give
nice
them
book.
little,
Okay.
we usually give them little trinkets in a little bag, and we treat them nice that night. We give them dinner. We also give them a shirt. The shirts are dark purple for the survivors, so we need them to register in advance. We also have Miss Kyra Francis for logistics. 340-626-0706. If you want to donate anything for the Reader for Life, you can contact Miss Kyra Francis, and we don't say no to anything. We welcome anything you want to give us. 340-626-0706. And Miss Teams, I call her Miss Teams, Miss Martha Mills, she's in charge of the teams. 340-690-6416. I do want to point out Miss Martha Mills. She has a team, Sunshine team?
Team Sunshine.
Team Sunshine.
Right.
And last year, they raised over $25,000.
Wow. That's good.
So I challenge you teams to beat Miss Mills. Let's see if anyone can beat Miss Mills. Another thing that we're doing this year, since it's our 25th anniversary, we're going to have a prize for the person who has the most Relay for Life t-shirts from year 1 to year 25.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Ms. Roker gave us an idea. We're going to do that this year. So you guys start, getting together your t-shirts, because we're going to give a prize for the person who has the most t-shirts from year 1 all the way to year 25. We also give prizes for the team who has the most laps.
Right. Yeah.
And the best decorated tent during the Reader for Life, they also get a prize.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Team Matuchal has gone with it a couple of years, so I need people to challenge them and see if they can beat Team Matuchal this year. Vaughn, anything else you want to say?
I did try to get Jessica. I didn't get her to talk about us with the event.
The event. We were told, and I wanted National to call in, but she
No, but we still have time,
We still have time?
No, I don't mean we have time today. We can talk about it again.
So we were told that the St. Croix Reader for Life were selected as the Relay of the Year.
As the winners. We won amongst all of the different relays, national.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
But this had to do with what the money you raised, or
yeah, actually Jessica, the one that's supposed to be calling it, she was the one who actually nominated us.
Right.
Yes, and that's the reason why I wanted her to talk about it.
So, good question. Is that what you mean when you say hitting the world stage? It says that the Relay for Life.
But I wrote that, I think.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
because I wrote that because they're from here,
right?
And then they spoke to this lady, and they did everything, and then they came up with the idea. That is one of the best for this year.
Yeah, it was the event of the year.
The event of the year, and then they have 25 years of Relay for Life. They're not joking.
Little St. Croix, we beat national. You can imagine all the national Relay for Life that we beat.
The world stage.
Yes.
But it might be that hairdo that you're having.
Oh, by the way, our t-shirts, the public t-shirt, because it's our 25th anniversary and it's supposed to be our silver year, our shirts are going to be, instead of being white, they're going to be gray. And they're beautiful because we do have front and back this year. It's not only the front. It's going to have the design. And we're going to have 25 on the front.
Yeah, well, it's big. No question about that at all.
And they will remain at the same price.
And I really, want to offer congratulations to you all for the work. Because it just doesn't happen just like that. You got to put ideas into it. You have to come with
it does. It's a lot of work.
I forgot one person. I don't want to forget Miss Lucy Rodriguez. She's in charge of luminaries. Yes. And her number is
Department of Labor, yeah.
340-643-5504. If you're interested in purchasing a luminary, the donation is $5.
Mhm.
The luminaries, sorry, I keep doing that. The luminaries are in honor of or in memory of.
Right, yeah. Mhm.
So you can purchase them $5. And if you do, you can purchase them. And if you do want to light your own luminary, you will, once you pay, you let her know, and then you will be able to place your luminary in front of your tent if you want.
Yeah, well, for me, that luminary thing is
Mhm.
one of the biggest things for the
It is. It's
The
beautiful.
ceremony is
Man,
very
I tell you,
emotional.
man,
It's
yeah.
very
You have to
emotional.
come one of these days. You
Aye.
know, see that, man?
Yes. Yes.
Gee
I
whiz.
just moved back home.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's going to be on the evening of the 6th of June, because it's the 6th to the 7th.
Yeah.
And, just after it gets dark, we
Mhm.
have the
Oh,
luminary
man,
service,
I
because we
tell
take all the lights off, and all
Right.
that's lit on the
Oh,
field
yeah.
are the candles.
And this is at
Complex.
And on the bleachers, you will see the word hope.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hope.
With Hope,
Yes.
HOPE.
Yeah,
That's what we were talking about before.
Really?
Yeah, we had a minister in here telling us about hope and how important it is.
Wow.
On the
Yeah.
bleachers, the candles are placed
Right.
that they spell out the word
Yeah,
hope.
yeah.
So when they're lit and all the other lights are off,
Oh,
it's just
mhm.
something.
Very
It's very,
emotional,
very
yes.
emotional.
Absolutely.
It's something to see.
Yeah, can't see anything else but that.
Right.
At that
And while the
particular
survivors are walking, we have the young lady. What's her name again? That's singing.
Well, we have a different person a lot of times.
Well,
Mhm.
that's true.
Right.
It's not the same person. Libet was the one we had last.
time. Mm.
Okay.
You know.
Well, fill us in just a little bit. But now, when we talk about cancer, what exactly is the definition of that? Something or the other in the body not working the
Yeah.
way that it should, or what is it?
It has different meanings to it,
Okay.
but it is a part of the body. It could be a part of the breast that
Yeah,
something
right,
is wrong
yeah.
there.
Mhm.
It could be a pancreas.
That's
It
right.
could be
Can affect any part of your body.
yeah, your throat, yes.
Oh yeah,
Your lungs,
yeah.
different
Mhm.
parts of the body
Mhm.
not working well.
Not working right, and
That's a
then they
good
go and do the
definition.
test.
Not working right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
not
working,
working
right.
right.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
go get the test, and then the doctor says, well, you have some cancer, and then you have to try to get some treatment for it.
Right.
Because
And
we,
it depends. It
Mhm.
depends on whether the treatment will work. Because I
oh
mean,
my goodness.
stage 1 to stage 4.
Yeah,
If you wait too long and you're on stage 4,
it's
it's sad.
unlikely. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But if you catch it at stage 1,
Yeah,
you can be treated.
absolutely. Yeah.
But then
So
we have
you-
the other cancers that don't have any symptoms. And by
Yes.
the time they catch it, it's
It's
too
too
late.
late.
It's too late. Oh,
Yeah.
you're hiding
Yes.
those cancer,
Mhm.
those that hide under the bench, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Gotta be careful in things. So the best thing to do is if we see something that looks like an irregularity in terms of our bodies, the functions and so forth, go and get a test.
Exactly.
Because Mr. Ali, you should know your body good, and you should
Yeah.
know if something is wrong with your body.
Yeah. But some people ignore those.
Exactly.
You know, they say that, but it's going to get better, man. You know?
Mhm.
But what should really happen if you see that it isn't working, just like your car. If you see it ain't working right, you go and get it
Yeah.
repaired or checked out, you know. So, but
And
sometimes,
you always, I mean, sometimes you should go for a second or third opinion too.
oh, definitely, yeah.
Good
You might have
advice.
to go for a file an opinion too, you know, people do that. So, but we got to look after our bodies. That's the long and short of it. And recognize that cancer is part of life. Some people are going to get it. Some people are not going to get it. Some people are going to get it and then get treatment and get better. Some other people are going to get it and then, just go to the grave with it. Yeah.
I wanted to say, but there's always hope, especially
Mhm.
when we lay for life.
That's
There's
right.
hope.
Yeah.
Always.
We could always do some. Okay, well, we're gonna have to be wrapping up just now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the services that we provide.
Yes.
So supporting Relay for Life in our community means supporting number 1, financial assistance, number 2, prevention and early detection programs, 3, lodging and transportation, and sometimes this is to and from, and it could be Puerto Rico or stateside.
Sure. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
And the continued organizational support.
Mhm.
So that's the assistance that we provide.
Absolutely. Well, just keep up the good work. 25 years is no joke,
Mhm.
and it means that and you're doing something that you feel is right and proper. And I would go as far as to say you have found what you came on the earth to do, which is to provide the support
And bring hope.
and bring hope
And the
as
thing
well.
about cancer is blind because cancer doesn't
Yeah.
look at color, gender,
Gender.
status, anything. It can happen to
Where you're
anyone from
Anyone,
age
that's
0
right.
all the way to
Mhm.
100 or over 100.
Right, yeah. Well, I'm going to go and do some cancer checks and so forth. Just to
And
see
I'll
what
ask you
my
if you
thing
did,
is
because
like.
you know the worst thing. I have your phone number.
Mhm,
So
right.
I will be calling you
Call
and say,
me, yeah,
Mr. Ali,
yeah.
did you go?
Yeah.
I don't want to know the results, but
No,
did you
no,
go?
no,
It's
all right,
important
yeah.
that you go.
Absolutely.
And
go
we ask
and
everybody,
check.
if anybody want to get any information from us, please feel free to call us.
Mhm.
I may give out our numbers,
Mhm.
but I'll just repeat mine again.
Please do.
340
Mhm.
642-1500, and IME is
Se habla español, yo hablo español too. For those who, Spanish
I
speaking, you
like
can call
it,
me
yes, of
too.
course, right.
340-332-4626, Amy.
Absolutely beautiful.
Tres, cuatro.
All right. Well,
340, acuérdate, 340-332-4626.
absolutely.
Nice.
All right, folks. Well, cool it. We're just going to see how we go. And so,
Thank you,
whenever
Mr.
you're
Ali,
ready,
for
let me.
always having us
Well,
here.
definitely. Well, we're here to get the word out. That's what we're here for.
So June 6th and 7th, St. Clair Educational Complex, Rio for Life,
Mhm.
25 years of
25 years.
25 years of 25 years strong working together for a cure.
Absolutely right. Yeah. And of course, the thing you just won as well. We got.
Yes.
Hey, you gotta get some.
Event of the
the year.
Yeah,
year.
but you get some certificates and all that. So we
Well,
get to-
National is working on a press release and hopefully
Oh,
you
Yeah,
guys
we
will.
go and take some
Here,
pictures
boys.
and yeah, man. Yeah, but why not? Yeah, you deserve it. Okay. All right. Okay.
Thank you
Okay.
very
All right,
much. We
no
want to
problem.
thank everyone, our teams, our supporters, our volunteers, our sponsors, our donors, everyone, because without them, we couldn't have done it.
Absolutely.
Family, friends, survivors, everyone. Thank you very
The
much.
whole works. Yeah.
Yes.
This is a wonderful world.
Yes.
There's
The
no
team
question
effort is
about
not, there's no I in team. So
right. All of
Yes,
us.
that's
Okay.
correct.
Thank you very much.
thank you.
All
Well,
right.
thank you guys for the information. I learned a lot today, and
And
hope
we
to
always
talk
willing to
to
give
you guys
more.
again.
Yes.
If
Thank
we
you.
don't have the answer, we go to national and say we come back and give you the answer.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Fine. Mhm.
Okay, thanks again.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Is everything okay, Abdul?
I hear something in the background, but what a wonderful world is playing.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's playing.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, I have a question. So this motorcade, how long does it normally last?
About, I'll say less than 2 hours, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
about an hour from Christian Center, Frederick Center, then we have our ceremony there.
Okay.
And we normally have survivors talk,
Nice.
and they
Yeah,
talk
okay.
about their
All right.
experiences. And things.
Yeah. Let me see what we have now, Mr. Dyer. So we're going to be hearing from him now. He'll be.
All right. Well,
Thank
follow you.
you.
No problem. We'll be in touch as we
Once we
go
have the
along.
move flyers, we'll drop it off.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah. All right.
Don't mind.
We'll do what we can
Thank
to keep
you.
things rolling over.
Yeah.
And
And that
let's
event
see.
last night was so good. Eh? That was the first
Absolutely.
time.
That's right. Yeah,
Wow,
it
that
was
was
really
nice.
very good.
That
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
take it
All
easy
right.
then. All right. Okay, 5 minutes after 3. Okay. Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Dyer.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Ali. How you doing?
Cool, lovely. You just hold on 1 second there for me. Hold on there. Hold on.
Okay, great.
Okay, well, we got Mr. Dyer on the line. Let me just line up something here. Make sure that we have all of these together. Mm, yeah. Put that in. All right. Okay, we're going to be hooking in now with Mr. Dyer, And Mr. Dyer, I don't know, have you met Mr. Dyer? You didn't do any program with him?
So,
All right.
hello, Mr. Dyer. How are you?
Hey, good afternoon, Ms. English. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, lovely. Yeah, well, you're always doing good, so there's no question about that. What's your secret, Mr. Dyer?
Our secret is just to keep moving forward, Mr. Ali.
Oh,
Right?
keep hope
Yeah.
alive.
Always elegant and beautiful, but it's effective. So that's what I try to do.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you very much indeed. All right. Well, okay. The project Meridian Gateway has been shared by Mr. Bernard Dyer for several months now. And in today's program, he's going to take things a little bit further by introducing a strategic shift that calls for one, local ownership of business models, the utilization of AI in the moving on process, and three, fostering designs that would create and maintain much needed generational wealth. The moving forward plan, the Walker's protocol calls for investment, contract obligations, energy, and the like. And so, of course, we'll get you see, I use some of your words there for what you sent in, Mr. Dyer, but I know you're going to bring us up to date now with the exact program and what you want to talk about. And then, of course, we will be sharing some other things as we go along. So go right ahead, please.
All right. Let me first say a good afternoon to you again, Mr. Ali, to Ms. English, and the listening audience. Today's discussion centers on my op-ed, Virgin Islands at a Crossroads, Part 8, the Walker Protocol, Building Black Wealth in the Age of AI, which is currently published in the Synchroi source, which I will present today.
Yeah, okay.
The Virgin Islands at a Crossroads is a series to challenge the status quo and design a sovereign modern future for the next generation. In 1905, Sarah Breedlove was a washerwoman earning $1.50 a day. By 1919, she was Madam C.J. Walker, America's first female self-made millionaire. She did not inherit land. She did not receive a grant. She did not wait for her corporate savior. Walker saw a need in her own community and built a business to meet it. But her real breakthrough was not just a product, it was an ownership system. She trained thousands of Walker agents, Black women who earned income, learned business discipline, and circulated wealth through their households. As we observe Black History Month, the Virgin Islands have to answer a difficult question. In the AI economy, will we show up as workers and consumers or owners? Because the AI economy is physical. It runs on facilities that must operate 24/7. And those facilities run on contracts, cooling, electrical maintenance, water systems, logistics, food service, and security. Contracts is where long-term wealth lives. For too long, our development strategy has leaned on a corporate outpost model. We entice outside entities, celebrate jobs, and then watch profits flow out. That is dependency. If we want a different outcome, we have to build a different model on purpose. If we're serious about Project Meridian Gateway and positioning the U.S. Virgin Islands as an AI era hub, we should apply the Madam Walker philosophy to industrial strategy. I call it the Walker Protocol, ownership over employment. The Walker Protocol starts with the mindset shift from job creation to wealth creation. When a hyperscale data center is built in a future digital free trade zone, the headlines will focus on construction. But the durable wealth is in a 30-year operating ecosystem, the service contracts, and the procurement streams that keep the facility running. A 24/7 operation runs on checklists, audits, redundancy, and vendors who show up on time. If we do not build the Virgin Islands capacity to meet those standards, the contracts will default to mainland firms. They will capture the margins and leave Virgin Islanders competing for entry-level wages in an economy operating in our own land. So the Walker Protocol is a preparation path. We must incubate, credential, and scale local businesses to meet zero-tolerance requirements. We need a Walker agent strategy for the AI supply chain, pre-qualified Virgin Islands vendors ready to deploy when anchor tenants arrive. That requires a policy upgrade. Our economic and innovation institutions must broaden their focus beyond recruiting external capital to actively equipping local entrepreneurs to compete and win. That means targeted certifications, bonding and insurance readiness, safety compliance, cybersecurity basics, and procurement literacy. Ownership is earned through capability. That requires a playbook built around reality. Start with the standards. Train and certify operators actually require. Then make firms contract ready, documentation, incident reporting, insurance, and bonding capacity. Where a single small vendor cannot cover a 24/7 operation, bundle teams so that can bid as one and provide reliable coverage. When the first contracts are won, reinvest. Capability has to compound. Here's what it could look like. A local HVAC contractor on St. Croix should not be limited to fixing AC. With the right credentials and vendor readiness to support, that firm can provide precision cooling maintenance. A local logistics operator can become a compliant partner for controlled deliveries and fleet operations tied to high-value equipment. The anchor tenant strategy. Madam Walker understood another principle. You need a strong product to anchor the ecosystem. For us, the anchor is power. No AI infrastructure happens without continuity-grade electricity. That's why the sovereign energy product matters. A resilient microgrid in the South Shore zone that can deliver reliable power. Instead of outsourcing the work that keeps the grid running, we should build a Virgin Islands' own energy service cooperative. This structure would allow independent technicians and small firms to pool resources, share equipment, meet bonding requirements, and bid on major contracts as one unit. It turns scattered talent into bankable capacity and keeps the profit in Virgin Islands households. Procurement should be structured to expand participation by Virgin Islands' own enterprises that meet technical and compliance requirements, supported by mentorship and partnership pathways that transfer know-how and build track records. Standards remain non-negotiable. Capacity and ownership are deliberately built and retained inside the territory. Capital formation for the community. Walker taught a final lesson. Capital is built, then compounded. Communities without capital cannot scale. In the Virgin Islands, too many capable businesses stay small because the financing treats them as high risk. The Walker Protocol calls for modernizing our financial architecture so local firms can compete for 21st century contracts. We should explore regulated community-based lending inspired by the Susu traditions, along with fintech tools that provide working capital and equipment financing. If a firm is ready to win a contract but cannot buy tools, secure a vehicle, or meet payroll while waiting on an invoice cycles, we have a gap we must solve. Just as important, we need an investment vehicle that allows Virgin Islanders at home and in the diaspora to acquire equity stakes in critical projects. Imagine a clean energy assets powering a data center being partially owned by a Virgin Islands trust, generating dividends for local households. That's how infrastructure becomes generational wealth. Economic rights are civil rights. Madam C.J. Walker did not treat wealth as a trophy. She used it to fund justice because she understood a hard truth. Political agency is downstream from economic power. The Virgin Islands is often forced to fight for relevance in Washington, but influence is earned. A territory that possesses energy, controls service contracts, and holds ownership in its digital infrastructure negotiates from strength. We've reached a generational crossroads. One path keeps us as passive holders for no technology, grateful for wages while wealth flows away. The other path, the path of Madam Walker, calls us to become architects of our own destiny. Let us stop looking for a savior. Let us build our own empire. And so with that, Mr. Ali, I'll turn it back over to you.
Well, I don't want to tell you everything, but I will start right at the beginning. I think what you're saying is absolutely 100 on the focus, on board. And I will really like to see these things happen. I was very interested in the article regarding what's the topic?
So again, I will continue
Hello?
while Dr. Ali takes a quick call.
Yeah.
And I also absolutely support everything you're saying. You have excellent vision, and you've given much thought, and you clearly have done your homework. But I do have a few concerns. And let me see. I underlined, you mentioned a resilient microgrid in the South Shore zone that can deliver, and the key word is reliable power. We know we obviously can't depend on, no offense against WAPA, love you guys, but we certainly can't entirely depend on them for a reliable power. So what is your strategy for reliable power?
Yeah, and so, my strategy is essentially to decouple from WAPA, right? I think we talked about it the last time
Yes,
we were all
we did.
on together.
We did.
That, yes, I mean, right now, it's probably not a realistic picture that, WAPA is going to be able to solve sort of the energy situation, in terms of the grid, right? So we want to decouple it. We want to, prove out these concepts within the South Shore zone. So in effect, what we're doing is that we're containerizing this, right? Proving it out and ensuring that this microgrid can deliver the things that we say that it can deliver. Now, one of the things in terms of the microgrid and the solar energy and the wind energy and the battery energy, the vast majority of data centers that are run by the Googles and the Facebooks, they're run on renewable power, right? So these are proven ways to do it. In terms of overall sun exposure, effectively the Virgin Islands is sort of in that sun zone as it relates to the equator. So we have more than enough sun exposure to effectively, run a reliable sort of energy product in the South Shore. But the biggest thing I want to take as a takeaway is that I want to containerize it. I want to prove out the concepts. I want to ensure that this thing delivers in a way that we expect it to deliver. And then I think there'll be a lot of best practices that can ultimately be leveraged, right? To ultimately solve the remainder of the grid throughout the territory. I definitely think this is solvable, but I also want to, in effect, sort of, pilot this and make sure that, we have the standards sort of built out, and then we can leverage that across the entire territory.
Okay, I can again see that you've done your homework, and you mentioned the big guys, because right now the data centers, technically the big tech companies don't necessarily build data centers. They've got companies that build data centers, and of course they are used by the big guys, companies like IREN. And so then my question becomes, who's going to build the data center? And what do you have in mind?
Well, I think one of the things we need to do is to reach out to, some of the larger, internet service providers, or data center users, the Googles, the Amazons, and, start reaching out to them in terms of, building out a data center And really what it is to, extend, right, the cloud infrastructure that currently sits in the Loudoun County, which is the sort of the data center hub of the entire country, run underwater cables here. And so we become an intermediary going into Africa as well as South America. And so if we're talking in a world where proximity matters and us sort of being in the middle of those locales on the map, we become very strategic, because at the end of the day, right, we're always going to be a lot closer to Africa and to South America, right, than New York or Silicon Valley.
Right.
And in a world where latency matters, right, how quickly that signal can get from a foreign destination back onto a U.S. jurisdiction, from a cybersecurity, from a speed and latency transaction processing perspective, it puts us in a real good position. And it's really something that I think that, lots of the big companies would be able to leverage if packaged the right way.
Absolutely. And I think that it's as I said, it's a wonderful idea. And to me, it's in line with some of the things that need to happen. But the challenge is going to be persuading, and how we're going to go about persuading others, the leadership, the legislature, people in the community in general, business people, to see the need for this idea of local ownership of the businesses. And what you're talking about really is in line with some of the other things which are happening. If you're having a lot of the businesses coming in, not that we don't want businesses coming in, but then we also need some flow within the Virgin Islands as well. And it could well be that how we operate sometimes depends on what kind of pressures we're under. Because people may say, well, okay, well, we get some money from the federal government, from the US and so forth. We've got a fairly good budget in terms of what's coming in. And we don't see any need for us to do any other things at this time. And so that's really is the challenge for us to recognize what's taking place in the rest of the world where we are. That change, you can't hold it up. If you don't change, it will just change on you. So we need to be able to see how we could move forward in those areas in a way that is going to be of help to all of us. So we still have to look out for the young people who come behind us. We, I think, have to recognize that one of our main functions has got to be to create generational wealth, and that has to do, and whilst money is important in it, generational wealth also has to do with our minds and how we feel and how we operate, and really to determine the reasons why we're here on the face of the earth. So I think those are important questions for us to consider as we move forward, just to make things better. We're not going to be here forever. So therefore we're here to, and whichever part of the world you are, it's a moving on process from one group to another. So I think that this is important, and I'm just hopeful that we could find a way to, even if necessary, set up a commission just to look at these
I
ideas.
like that. Right. To at least look at the possibility.
Right.
Because
do some surveys and get some
absolutely
data and
research
so forth.
on things.
Research,
Because I know I've been accused of being devil's advocate, but I just tend to, I know that a lot of things in terms of technology is pushed upon us, the consumer,
right?
And then we have to figure out, how to use them or the dangers. In fact, I was just looking at the news yesterday where all these parents are now suing like Google and the big tech guys because it's damaging. It's the content is
Okay.
offensive and it's damaging to young people.
Mm.
So at first it was okay, yeah, internet, but now, and I don't think Bill Gates thought about that when he said, "Let's unite, get everyone connected with a PC."
Or maybe he thought about money. Because you see, making money
Yeah.
is a big part of what
Right.
sometimes drives us
Right.
to do certain things in certain ways.
True.
Not that it's wrong to have money.
Right,
It's perfectly
right.
okay.
Well,
Yeah, you were saying.
so couple things, right? I hear you, Mr. Ali, right?
Okay, right.
Just full disclosure, probably over the last 10 to 12 years, my focus in the role that I have has been primarily in supporting large-scale digital transformation initiatives. And really the crux of those things are, if you're going in and you're the person that has to like be the change agent.
Yeah, okay.
And this always happens with Dolly, right? You're the change agent, and it's almost like you're taking a syringe and you are putting a foreign substance in your body. And irrespective of whether or not that foreign substance is helpful to you, right? Or not, man, all your cells are like revving up to like fight this thing because it's foreign. I have no idea what it is, right? Right? And it could be good, but it also could be bad, right? And so you almost kind of get through that. But and so whenever you are trying to, make a change, it was whenever you're trying to make a change, ultimately you get that response, right?
Right.
But I think we got to take a step back, and I think fundamentally, right, we've got to figure out like whether or not the status quo, right, whatever we're doing today, is that really the thing that we want to leave back for the future generations? Are they going to be better served with the status quo?
Mm-hmm.
And if the question is yes, then hey, let's go, let's keep doing it. If it's no, then we've got to take the risk, right? We got to take the risk of doing the thing that might be a little bit foreign, that might be a little bit scary, that might be the thing we don't fully understand, right? But we've got to take the risk to sort of move forward in order to better position the territory. And so, yes, this AI thing is moving super fast, right? There are some people that are saying it has no guardrails, right? And
Well,
the reality is that,
it doesn't.
In a lot of instances, it may not have it.
Right.
But I can tell you, right, us believing that for whatever reason, not having our young people, especially to be prepared to live in that world, right, and not understand the implications and how to utilize it, right? I also do not believe, right, that it's going to serve them well either. And in a lot of ways, I predict like the next 5-10 years, it's going to be full of disruption, right? Because you're literally going from one world to the next.
Absolutely.
I predict 5 to 10 years from now, the world that you see today will not exist. It will be unrecognizable.
I think
right?
you're absolutely right.
It's a balancing act, But like I said, just me being able to sort of, be around, and seeing some of the latest models and see what these models can do, I think it's going to serve our, folks better to really understand it and eventually, be at the table when decisions are being made about, how these things are actually used. And then, just going back to the whole purpose of today's discussion, right, around Madam T.J. Walker, I've been focused months, basically utilizing a concept called first principle thinking, right? And essentially what that says is that, if you were going to build something today, right, how would you build it? Honestly, how would you build that thing today, right? Because what you see is that we generally drag all kinds of legacy things along with us, right? Rather than thinking about, okay, how do we actually solve that problem today, right? And in a lot of ways, we are seeing, right, as we talk about our economy, right? Our economy, to a certain degree, has not been focused on, developing Virgin Islands businesses that can, scale and grow and, generate lots of wealth, right? It's primarily been focused on jobs. And in a lot of ways, right, it's not even what kind of job it is. It's just a job, right? It's just like a number. We want 10 heads, right, working in a certain thing. And that's really a concept that goes back to like the 50s, 60s, 70s. And so as we move forward, right, and we're in 2026, I guess the broader question is that, like, do we still want that model? Is that the model that's really serving us, in a real meaningful fashion?
Right.
Or should we be looking at, perhaps tweaking that model, right?
Absolutely.
And implicitly making sure, right, that at the end of all of this, right, and, I'm not one that's against outside investment and so on and so forth, but one of the things that I absolutely want to be clear about is that in this transaction, right, we got to be making sure that our Virgin Islands businesses ultimately can get the right resources that are necessary so they can be the next big business.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if we're not doing that,
Right. Yeah.
right, and we
Completely
talk
agree.
about the future, then what is the future going to look like?
Yeah, but I still think that, and I agree with you, if we're comfortable with where we are at the moment, then we're going to say, well, what is the reason for change? The reality of life is that we're living in a changing world.
Exactly.
And if we're not being part of the change and seeing it, the change will overcome us. So that's the other side to
Right.
it, you see. So therefore, it's a framework, it's a mindset, and it's something that we need to just look at. And even if we look at our lives, I don't know if you know it, but I was a baby once.
No.
And then, yeah, I was, yeah. And then, I grew up, I went to school, and then I went to England, I came here, you know what I mean? And it's a process of developing all the time. And if you look at anybody's
Change is
life,
inevitable.
of course, you look at all of them be around to us, you were a baby too. So therefore, we have to get accustomed to the idea of saying, yes, there is something called growth, and we need to be concerned about it and to help us to grow as much as possible.
So speaking of growth, I can definitely tell that there's a growth mindset going on. I completely agree with you. I really like the idea of a Virgin Islands owned energy services cooperative. But all I'm saying, when we start getting together, let's consider the impact of data centers, because there is air pollution, there is noise pollution, there is not in my backyard. And I'm just saying, let's consider these, because a lot of people clearly mostly in the States, is that, yes, they welcome this in the community, and then suddenly there's all this noise because these generators that keep the AI going, the data centers going. So that's all I'm saying. Let us consider, these are just considerations.
Right. Well, you do the research.
The thing is, I agree. And, I think whoever presents ideas, right, you need to pressure test them, right?
Well, yeah.
Everything needs to be pressure tested, right? To see whether, they have merit and see where they could be enhanced, right? and see where, there might be some downsides that we need to try to mitigate type of thing. So, yeah, I think, all of that is a consideration. I just, for me personally, right, don't want to get into a zero-sum discussion, right, that, okay, we might not like this idea, okay, and that's good, that's great, but at some point, right, we're going to have to do something,
Completely agree.
The reality is that, like, we don't generally get a scenario where it's like the complete ideal, right? They're always in anything you do, there's going to be, the sides that I may or may not like as much, right? Or I just downright don't like, right? But, often you find in that zone where you can kind of come to an agreement, right? You generally is a point where there's stuff I love, and then there's some stuff I don't like, right? But you're not trying to develop a solution for yourself, right? There are other people, right? There are other considerations that need to be considered, and that's why my perspective has been, right, like, pressure tested, right? I think the renewable situation, sort of alleviates some of the pollution and that kind of thing. And then the other big part is containerize it, right? I'm not saying, hey, we're just going to just go all over the island, right? Let's containerize it in a zone that's already, already zone industrial, right? And so let's prove it out and kind of go from there.
All right. One other thing, we're going to take a quick little break, so I just play a couple of commercials. But one of the things that, and maybe you could help me here if you've heard of it, that are there groups in the government, say at the governor's level or the senator's level, where they're saying, well, let's look to see what's going on. So we have a group of people. We send them around and say, go around, see what's going on elsewhere, how that might impact all that. Do you think that would be something useful for us to look at, Mr. Dyer?
Yeah, I know this is probably, and actually I'm going to talk about this at another time in a more detailed manner, but right? But Mr. Ali, right? The way that we typically manage, like, sort of decision making and what do we do within
that
these agencies, it's like these committees, right? And like, generally speaking, in these different organizations, they have a completely different model. And the model is called a two-pizza model, right? And so it's more small teams, right? It's sort of like, give those, the team should be big enough or small enough to support, the amount of people that could eat two pizzas. So think about what that number would look like, right? Give them the autonomy, right? And the authority to go make things happen, right? Because I think in a lot of ways, right, like, there's two types of different decisions. There is like that type one decision that, like, if you put this decision, like, there are tremendous consequences. And then they're like type two. And it's like, if you make this decision, there's no real consequences per se. And the consequences would be something that you could recover from easily. But what I tend to see us doing is that we get bogged down with the type two stuff. Right? You know what I'm saying? And, we bring in a committee and we get this. I'm like, listen, give the team the autonomy and go make the decision. Let's keep going. Right? And I think, there's just a number of things that way, right, that we can sort of adapt to just make it a little bit more efficient. I think, like I said, we do a lot of great things. I think in a lot of ways, one of the things that's pretty evident is that we are operating off a really old model. And I think
I agree
that fundamentally, right?
Yes.
It doesn't matter about how great your people are. the model is outdated.
Yes.
And you won't be able to necessarily get the results that we all want.
Correct.
You know,
Let's put you on hold for a minute because
okay.
that sounds like we're talking about mindset. Where we are, and that's really, I think. So just hold on there for 1 minute for me. Let me get a couple of commercials in here. Hold on. Right. Okay, all right. Let's just get this in.
When mom told her she had cancer, we had a million questions. So we called the Cancer Information Service for answers. They even told us about a new treatment option that we discussed with mom's doctor. It was so important for us to have information we could count on.
For accurate, up-to-date information about cancer treatment or prevention, call the Cancer Information Service at 1-800-4-CANCER. That's 1-800-4-CANCER. Or visit www.cancer.gov.
All right, well, we're back. Let's just get back in with Mr. Dyer again. And you still there, Mr. Dyer? Hello?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, yeah, all right, okay. I didn't hear you, and I got a little bit worried. Okay, I just, see, whilst we're talking about that, I came across some information about paid summer experience opportunities for youth 14 to 25. And that's for the Department of Labor, all right? So you can apply 340-773-1994 on St. Croix, 340-773-1994 St. Croix, 776-3700 St. Thomas and John, 776-3700 St. Thomas and John, or you could go to www.vidal.gov/youth, www.vidal.gov/youth, and that's for paid summer experience between the ages of 16 to 25. And then there's also the Labor Investing for Tomorrow internship program. Gain real experience is what the flyer says. Build your network, and that's 8-week paid internment. Again, real work experience. Connect with mentors, build your network, and sharpen your skills through hands-on work and professional development workshops with the opportunity to earn college credits. So that's certainly something. And again, 773-1994 St. Croix, 776-3700 St. Thomas. So make sure, folks, that you're checking on these, the internship programs, Labor Investing for Tomorrow. And then the other one I just want to mention real quick, because it's going to be happening on Saturday, March the 7th at the Island Center, Afro Jump Double Dutch. And I got a lady, I met her last night when I went to the retreat down in the parent retreat in Frederiksted. And it says here the Dave Edwards Jr. Foundation is a nonprofit organization dedicated to creating a community of support, education, and resources for the families of victims of gun violence in the Virgin Islands. We recognize the limited availability of resources and support within this community. We have comprised a board of members who have professional experience in grief therapy, along with the family of gun violence victims, many of whom are still awaiting the solving of the crimes against their loved ones. Our foundation will spearhead active support for grieving families and garner support for crime prevention in our community. All right. So there's the Double Dutch, David James, Dave Edwards Jr. Foundation. They invite schools, businesses, community groups, and organizations to join the Afro Jump STX Double Dutch Challenge. And that's going to be taking place pretty soon on Saturday, March the 7th at Island Center, 1 to 6 p.m. All right, so you could go online, just go and do a little Googling online, and you'll be able to just get some more information on this Afro, AFRO jump, double Dutch. Okay, so some of those that's going to be very interesting. Okay, Mr. Dyer, we are back.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Dyer, first of all, I really appreciate you. You're a change agent. You're a visionary.
It's not just the change agent, he's the change.
He is the.
All right.
But so one thing I wanted to ask you: have you reached out to the appropriate personnel, anyone, to start this conversation as to the feasibility of a data center here in St. Croix?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we've been reaching out.
Ms. Ali, should I answer that or you want to answer?
Well, okay, no. Well, we did reach out with the particular program to try to get some interest in it, the Project Meridian Gateway.
I know, but
Yeah.
have to, in terms of legislature.
Oh, yeah, we
or
sent
other-
something to the legislature. We sent information to the delegate.
But have you
we sent
spoken to
information.
anyone?
Well, we did get a response from Senator
Okay.
Avery about what we
Okay.
sent over. With the governor's office, but the time when we sent that, we were told that he was very busy getting ready for his speech.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that. And we're working on that, and we realize that even you send information out, sometimes people have a lot of other things,
Exactly,
competition,
exactly,
going on.
Exactly.
So that is what we've been doing. So yeah, we have reached to the senators, we have reached to the governor and the delegate with the whole concept of the Project Meridian Gateway to try to see if we could get them to look at what we're talking about, which I think is vital and important. But at the same time,
Right.
some of these things don't happen right away,
Right.
so we have to keep checking in,
Okay.
finding out how things are rolling and going from there.
Mr. Dyer, thank you for your spokesperson to answering that question. I appreciate
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, full disclosure, Ms. Ali and I've been working on this
Oh,
for a
okay.
while.
Yeah.
I heard the inclusive term, we. So,
So,
okay.
Yeah. So we have been working on that,
Okay.
getting the word out to the various things to let them know. We recognize we got to keep checking in from time to time. There is no question. And Mr. Dyer is very good because he comes up with other ideas, like, for example, this idea of the ownership of the, that's just an
Absolutely.
extension
It's a
of the
terrific
thing.
idea.
Fostering designs that would create and maintain much needed generational wealth.
Yeah, well,
So that's what we're here for, to try to build the
And-
generational wealth.
something Mr. Dyer mentioned, the air conditioning HVAC systems that AI uses,
Yeah.
it actually is an offshoot for a lot of jobs
Mhm.
in that area. So there are some positive outcomes for sure.
And remember now that we had the lady earlier on talking about funding
Right.
available for youngsters
That's
for
true.
training
That's
and
true.
skills and so forth.
That's true.
We don't want to give the impression that nothing is happening.
Got it.
Always is that we're at a crossroads,
Right.
which is true, and that we need to think about change
Mhm.
and change in some other direction. And even though the senators would be busy, the governor would be busy, the delegate would be busy, and so forth, we also want them to consider that we still have to move forward. The change is still there. And if we're not making the change will just go right over our heads. And we got to prepare for those people who come behind us. That's what
Right.
our main function.
You know, there's a company called IREN, and they build data centers.
I,
IREN.
oh, I see. Okay.
Yes, they are actually based out of Australia, but they build data centers all over the world, the US. So that might be something interesting just to kind of get some feedback as to, you know, what does it cost, what's involved, something like that, just out of curiosity. IREN, IREN.
I-R-E-N.
Right.
Did you heard about that company, Mr. Dyer?
I have not heard of that
Okay.
company, but I'll look them up.
Yeah, look
please
them
do,
up. Yeah.
please do.
Mhm.
I've got some stock in the company, so
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Please
Yeah, I
do.
forget you're in the that kind of technical
Right.
field. Yeah, I don't
Right.
want to talk too much about
oh no, no.
we just leave it at that. But I run.
IREN.
Yeah,
Yeah, look it up, Mr. Dyer.
Yeah.
And just,
Okay.
you know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so, my hope with all of this
Mhm.
is that every month I'll be writing an article, and a lot of it is going to be challenging the status quo,
Okay.
because I feel it's very important, like we talked about earlier, what are we going to leave for the future generation,
Mhm. I agree.
But for me, I want to focus on solutions.
Mhm.
I want to focus on tangible solutions,
Mhm.
right? That, we can implement
Right.
to sort of, push the territory further. So at the end of the year, I'm going to take all of these and sort of, turn it into a blueprint manifesto document
Okay.
that I'll go ahead and share with the community. But yeah, I mean, my general sense is that, like, clearly there are things that need to be improved.
Mhm.
And what's really needed here is, tangible solutions that can, move the territory forward. But, the other big thing that's equally important
Mhm.
is deep conversations,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Right? Quite frankly, I think this is the most important thing,
Yes.
right? To have honest, clear-eyed discussions about where we are, right?
Mhm.
And what we need to do to move forward.
Right.
Those conversations have to start really happening, and if in some small way, the things that I'm writing can help spur a little bit of that discussion, then I would have felt like, I have done, my part in terms of, helping to move the territory forward.
Yeah. Well,
You're doing your part for sure.
you're doing your part, and I hope you don't mind me saying it, Mr. Dyer, but you're a great man.
And he's bringing hope.
And he's bringing hope. That's right. We were talking about hope earlier, and this is very good because it's quite easy for us to say, we ain't studying. I just study my life, and that's about it. But Mr. Dyer has been very concerned about the whole business of developing the Virgin
And
Islands.
he's done his
Meaningful-
homework.
Well, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I hear people throw out the word data centers, AI, and I read the articles and they went on Wikipedia.
Mhm.
But he
He
clearly,
clearly has. He has some
understands.
ideas.
so I critique your writings, and yes, they are valid, and you're winning me over.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we have.
But we're doing our best with English, right? We're trying.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, and like I said, we've got to have a mindset shift in the territory. And, the whole objective was to talk about, let's not just focus on the jobs, those are great, but let's also focus on ownership and wealth.
Oh, wonderful,
And
wonderful.
as we even start looking over to St. Thomas, right, I really start to think about, in a lot of ways, we have a tourism product that generates hundreds of millions millions of dollars.
Yes.
And you start thinking about like the infrastructure, the building blocks of the tourism economy over there. And you start thinking about how many Virgin Islanders own these things.
Right. Yeah, he's absolutely right.
Yeah,
I'm asking the question.
Yeah, that's
right?
right. Yeah. Mm.
I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist.
Mhm.
You can just observe
Right.
how many own, right?
Mhm.
And you start saying, maybe we're focused on the wrong thing.
Right.
For years, like even before Kmart came to St. Croix, Woolworths was there. I know I'm going back in time. I was like a little kid.
Mhm.
And they always said, that Woolworth in St. Croix and the one in St. Thomas was the most profitable Woolworth in their system.
Mhm.
And you think about how much profit was generated.
Right.
We weren't a part of that. We got a job.
Right. Right. Yeah, that.
And I'm just saying, like, maybe, years ago, that was interesting to get a job.
Yeah.
Can't be the same thing in 2026.
Yes.
Right. And we also have to think about those people coming behind us, the youngsters, because they need to, a lot of things which have happened in the past, slavery included, was to do with generational wealth.
Right.
That was and you could look at some of those things and see,
they've inherited wealth
absolutely,
off of our labor.
right. So I'm not suggesting we do the same thing, but I'm just saying that generational wealth is well worth looking for and
Absolutely.
dealing with, because we're here. This is me speaking now, to pass things on to those people who come behind us.
Right.
And if all we're going to pass on is a ton load of debt and things that are not working, that's not good. We've got to be coming up with ideas which seem to show us in a good thing. All right, Mr. Dyer, well, we're just about going to be wrapping up because as far as I know, well, Savida is here, but it's his birthday.
Oh, okay.
So I have to
Happy
play.
birthday, Savita. Mr.
Yeah,
Savita.
yeah, Mr. Savida is here. So I got to play a little, the birthday song for him, to keep things.
He's 35 today, by the way.
And he's full of hope.
Yes.
He's full of hope. All right. So, Mr. Dyer, we're going to keep doing what we have to do. I'm going to try to follow up with the senators again. Everybody got a copy, and follow up with the governor's office again, and also the delegate's office. And I appreciate that they all have, things to do. But this is a worthwhile thing to begin to look at.
Right. And it provides hope.
It provides
our
hope, right? Yeah.
people.
And it's as good a time now as any to begin to see where we are and what direction we're going into. All right. So I'll just
Mr.
get
Dyer.
Mr. Dyer. So we'll talk.
Sounds good.
All right.
It's always a pleasure just to have these insightful conversations.
Yes.
Right.
And hopefully, we'll continue to challenge the status quo and have these great discussions.
Love it.
Mr. Ali,
Yeah.
please share Ms. English's email address with me so I can make sure that I include her on our emails.
Yeah, I will share everything I know about her with you. Okay.
If that's okay, Ms. English.
Except my age.
And she likes to move things forward. She is a distinguished Toastmaster as well. Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay, man. Peace and
Nice
love.
talking to you.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Take care.
Okay. Yes, and this is the man himself, Savida.
That's the man born day. Ali.
You know, if I knew you could dance is good. I would have been more prepared.
Birthday is tomorrow.
Don't mind, don't mind.
Oh, no, my God.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to play your thing for it.
Yeah, okay. Derek Vocalin again. Derek. The boy would have called him.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, he was calling again?
He called sometime and me answer.
Oh, yeah.
Phone, his number come up. And
After Ali, Monday.
yeah, okay.
Good to see you. Okay.
Yes, good afternoon, sport fans. This is Majella Savila Milligan with the Savila Sports Show coming to you live on WSTX Radio. You can call us up at 773-0390 or 773-0490 and let's start sports. I'd like to say good afternoon to the waterman from over in the island of Tatola. Good afternoon to Mr. Choco McIntosh. Good afternoon to Raymond Milligan, my brother, and Raymond Lacan, my brother from Anaramora. Good afternoon to Miss K. Williams. Good afternoon to Betty Lynch, Buffy, Marvin Matthews. Good afternoon to you, health and strength. Good afternoon to Jerry Tuma down there in Lagrange. Good afternoon to Mikey Durant. Good afternoon to George Willax, Joanna. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to John Abrahamson, Mr. Jogis Paris, Tal Edney, Freddie Edney, and Burton Edney. Good afternoon to you guys, that's family. Good afternoon to my good friend Culture and his wife over there in St. Thomas. Good afternoon to Miss Rogers. Good afternoon to my sister Rita Milligan. Good afternoon to Sam Kitts, Johnny from the BVI, all the horsemen and women in the Virgin Islands. Good afternoon to Brother R, skinny guy, the Bible of Sports over there, Mr. Dana Gomez. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to my brother Marlo, my brother Kafwe, my sister D, my sister Sylvie, Henry Milligan, Super Dad down there in Felix said, good afternoon to David Idol. Dale Mason, you Ghana, no?
Yeah.
Ghana, okay, good. Dale Mason, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to Teresa, my good friend Malik Strokes. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to Chen from St. John Farmer, Nika, my niece, Paul Arnold Sr., Blood, Fiber, Cora Crawford of there, Mississippi. Good afternoon to Marlon Bartlett. Good afternoon to Smokey the Fisherman, Mr. Nibs. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to Hon Hon, Duru Darlene, Yolanda Robles. What are you saying? Good afternoon to Dari and the Queen of Felix said, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to Mr. Derek Hendrick. Good afternoon to Wendy. Over there at Tipsy Java Shop. Good afternoon to Richard and Nancy. And good afternoon to Carl. Mr. Pereira, happy birthday to you. Okay? And don't forget my good friend and brother, Mr. Sorgi Bell. He's also one of my big sponsors for the Savila Sports Show. Also, a big sponsor for my Savila Sports Show is the Finish Line Horse Racing, Simon Carson over there in Princess. And of course, they have wagering. And today, they have 3 big stakes going on. So you could always go down there and bet on those horses. You have, of course, the Fountain of Youth, the Gotham Stake, and where's the guy? Some other one. Okay, you got the Fountain of Youth, you have the Rebel Stake, and the Gotham Stake. So you got 3 stakes, big stakes. Go down there and bet on those horses. I think the Gotham is tomorrow. Yes, Tomorrow is the Gatom. No, tomorrow today is the Gatom. But anyhow, go down there and bet on those horses over there at the finish line. And of course, JV Car Wash Bar and Grill. They're located at 349 Mount Pleasant, Frederickston. Open Mondays, close on Tuesdays. And of course, till Monday, again, you can call them up 340-643-7190. I think that there will be a rose pork down there to them. All the time, right? Grow Hard Garden Shop and Supplies, 28 Mount Pleasant, Frederickston, across from Grove Place gas station. Call them up 340-692-4662. And then, of course, Whispers Cafe, located right next to Wim Museum. Okay, and they always got pig and Saturday too. Rose pork, yeah. And of course, you can call them up at 340-692-4628. Yolanda's Beauty Salon. Yolanda, of course, you can go and get your best hairdo and done over there at Yolanda's Beauty Salon. She located 109, 113, Suite 7, Castle Coakley. Yeah, over at Hess Road. Call her up if you're going to a party, a wedding, a funeral, anything. And she will drop you here for you. 340-719-2947. That's Yolanda's Beauty Salon. And of course, we have a lot of sports to talk about today. Now, if you want to talk about sports, you can call us up 773-0390, 773-0490, and let's talk sports. Don't forget to always go out and support local sports. I know you got Little League Baseball. You got some kind of tournament over there at Saint Farm Ball Park. What one is about, Soji? Yeah, you got some kind of tournament over there. So I go out and support them. Support local sports, Mr. I mean, hey, that's what we got to do. We got to support local sports. You know? Well, when we find it, we'll talk about it. But let me see, I got something here. Somebody texting me. I don't text me, but call me up and call me up, okay?
The music is here or next door?
That's out there.
Okay, I'm gonna close it.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Savida Sport Show.
Yes, greetings, Savida.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Listen, I wish you many, many more health, strength, wealth, many more birthdays.
Well, okay, you're breaking up, but thank you very much, and I will take that there as, to my heart. Okay? Thank you very much. Yeah, I know food, but we need me no food. Yeah, well, that's why I'm telling you. I thank you very much, and of course, I go let you I take it that to heart. Okay, that's right. All right, my brother. Thank you. Yeah.
Sabida.
Yeah.
Tell the people in the truth.
So this stop it now, man.
Your birthday is tomorrow.
My birthday is in February.
And when tomorrow come, your birthday was yesterday.
No.
His birthday is every day.
Your birthday is tonight.
My birthday is every. Sergi, stop telling the people I'm marking and now on the radio, okay? Thank you. Anyhow,
wait till Carl.
The Carl you know better than you. Anyhow, well, we don't start in the NBA. Last night in the NBA, Detroit defeated Cleveland 122-119. The top scorer for Detroit, Jalen Duren with 33 points. The top scorer for Cleveland, Jared Allen with 25 points. Boston beat up the baddest team and the leastest team in the league, Brooklyn 148-111. And of course,
that's the thing that is about tournament.
Okay, this they got Tonio de Softball, and that's in Spanish because they got teams from away coming, Santo Domingo, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands will be playing over there at St. Farms with the Kiriga Complex, St. Thomas, Puerto Rico, and Dominican Republic. And that starts tomorrow. Oh no, it started from Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's going till tomorrow. So go out and support local sports. It starts Thursday, February the 27th, and then the Friday, February the 27th, and it will end Sunday. Okay, so go out at the same farm with the Krieger Park and check out local sports. It's called the Independence National. Okay, and that's what going on over there. But we're going back to the NBA. As I said, Boston defeated Brooklyn 148 to 111. The top scorer for Boston, Nikola Vucevic with 28 points. The top scorer for Brooklyn, Michael Porter Jr. with 18 points. New York defeated Milwaukee 127 to 98. The top scorer for New York, Jalen Brunson with 27 points. The top scorer for Milwaukee, Miles Turner with 19 points. Memphis defeated Dallas 124 to 105. The top scorer for Memphis, Cam Spencer with 25 points. The top scorer for Dallas, Brandon Williams with 16 points. And Oklahoma City defeating Denver 127 to 121. The top scorer for Oklahoma City, Shea Gilchrist Alexander with 36 points. The top scorer for Denver, Jamal Murray with 39 points. This is the standings as it stands right now in the NBA, in the NBA Eastern Conference standings. You have Boston with a 39 and 20. The New York Knicks with a 38 and 22. They are a game and a half out. Toronto 34 and 25. 5 games out. Philadelphia 33 and 26. 6 games out. And Brooklyn 15 and 44. 24 games out. Then you have Detroit with a 44 and 14. Cleveland with a 37 and 24. 8.5 games out. Milwaukee with a 26 and 32. 18 games out. Chicago with a 24 and 36, 21 games out, and Indiana with a 15 and 45, they're 30 games out. Then we go over to Orlando. Orlando with a 31 and 27, Miami with a 31 and 29, 1 game out. Atlanta with a 30 and 31, 4.5 games out. Charlotte with a 29 and 31, they're 3 games out, and Washington with a 16 and 42, they are 16 games out. Over to the Western Conference, Oklahoma City with a 46 and 15, Denver with a 37 and 23, 8.5 games out, Minnesota with a 37 and 23, 8.5 games out, Portland with a 29 and 31, they're 16 games out, and Utah with a 18 and 41, they're 27 games out. Then you got the LA Lakers with a 34 and 21, Phoenix with a 34 and 26, this one 34 and 24 for Lakers, 34 and 26 for Phoenix, they're 1 games out. Golden State with a 31 and 28, they're 3.5 games out. The LA Clippers with a 27 and 31, 7 games out. And Sacramento with a 14 and 47, 21 games out. Then over to the San Antonio Spurs with a 43 and 16. Houston with a 37 and 21, 5.5 games out. Memphis 22 and 36, 20.5 games out. Dallas with a 21 and 38, 22 games out, and New Orleans with a 18 and 42, they are 25.5 games out. Now, of course, you know that is where your name started right now. Let me see who's on the phone here. Good afternoon, Savira Sports Show.
Good afternoon, my brother. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Good afternoon.
I give so much thanks and love you forever. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, but I was calling to give you some FYI.
Okay.
The college is keeping for us on the 5th and 6th for its celebration of the 50th year, because it's doing not Black History, but the pioneers for the school, college school, Jackson State. And we are the pioneers that started out at the time for the basketball women's team, Lady Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a celebration in honor of us, and it's the 5th and the 6th. And it will be our name will go down as part of historical, as far as the pioneers for the basketball team that came out of there. So I'll send you some clips so you can see our team pictures.
Okay.
And stuff, but it's a big thing. It's the pioneer of basketball, women's basketball in the South, including some of your Black athletes like Lucinda Harris and stuff. A few of them went to the WBL. At the time, it wasn't the WNBA.
Yeah, it was the Women's Basketball League, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So they have at the school celebration 50th year of us, the seniors and those that started it, that's the pioneer of the school. So your sister is part of that, you know,
yeah.
And I will be sending you my whole family, everybody will be there to see us as honorees. Okay.
Okay. Thank
So I
you.
thought I'd let you know about it. Yeah. So you ain't got no Trump here. Okay.
All right. I know that.
Love you, man.
Love you
Have a
too,
good
there.
one.
All right.
Bless.
Okay. Well, we got as I was going to say, baseball is right here. So let's see, I'm writing and I'm doing something here. Okay, good. Yeah, baseball is right around the corner, but it's something I wanted to read that my brother sent me, Mr. David Idol, and he said, let me see if I could get it here, that the baseball team from Cuba, they were giving them a hard time to get the visa. So they only give the players, the United States only give the players the visa to come to. Oh, geez, I'm dead. They only give the players from 8 members of Cuba delegation to the 2026 World Baseball Classic was denied U.S. visas, among them Juan Rolando Perez, president of the Cuban Baseball Federation.
Really?
Yeah, and the pitching coach, Pedro Luis Lazo, Raul Fornas. Of course, he's the vice president of baseball in Cuba, and the international relationship director, Judith Langani, Federation member, Carlos Del Pino. Scouting, no players were denied the visas, but all the president of the baseball committee and everybody ain't get no visa to come to the World Baseball Classic. And so, yeah, if that's a shame. I don't know around with these people. I don't know Trump crazy already. Some go say something wrong with him. But geez, why are they doing? No, it was Venezuela first.
Yeah.
No,
the league.
yeah. No, Cuba, no. Because they do it for the league for Venezuela, the league people, the president and them, the moral for they couldn't come.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of choppiness is this? I ain't know, sir. I really don't know what's going on, but I think in 2028 it's gonna be a disaster for the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Okay? It's gonna be a disaster. Because if that man, I didn't know around with Lee, but if he's still there, I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big and the World Baseball Classic is something that'll come like the Olympics
every 4 years.
Every 4 years. I know you denying people to come after the people then practicing and playing for all these years and
hold on, God, all the pitching coach and
all them things there. You get with all the pitching coach for the baseball team, the president and a baseball operation. I want to get up. Anyhow, Major League Baseball spring training baseball is as follows. You have Atlanta defeating Boston 15-8. You have Detroit defeating Philadelphia 16-8. The New York Yankees defeating Minnesota 17-5. Philadelphia defeating Miami 10-2. Pittsburgh defeating Baltimore 6-1. The New York Mets defeating St. Louis 14-3. Tampa Bay defeating Toronto 6-5. The Chicago Cubs defeating Cleveland 8-6. The Chicago White Sox defeating Texas 3-1. The LA Angels defeating Cincinnati 4-3. Kansas City defeating the Athletic 7-6. The LA Dodgers losing to San Francisco 12-4. Colorado defeating San Diego 3-2. Milwaukee defeating the Chicago White Sox 5-2. Houston and Washington, they split 4-4, and Arizona defeating Seattle 3-1. Going over to the world of cricket. Now, I kind of glad about this. I mean, the West Indies cricket team was doing very well until they get beat by South Africa, and they only get beat by I think the 2 or 3 wickets. I know, but they're doing well. And I'm proud of them for that because they weren't doing good at all. They only lose one game out of 5. And they will be playing, I think it's tomorrow, they will be playing again. So New Zealand in 2020 World Cup cricket, New Zealand defeated England. No, England defeated New Zealand 161 to 159. England 161 for 6. New Zealand 159 for 7. England won by 4 wickets. And Pakistan defeated Sri Lanka 212 for Pakistan. Sri Lanka 2-7. Pakistan 212 for 8. Sri Lanka 2-7 for 6. Pakistan won by 4 wickets also. Over in the NHL, the National Hockey League, Buffalo defeated Florida 3-2. Washington defeated Las Vegas 3-2. Utah defeated Minnesota 5-2. And Anaheim defeated Winnipeg 5-4. Okay? Now, if you're watching women's basketball, so do we got no trivia question?
Yeah, man, ever.
Oh, got trivia question?
No, go ahead. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, okay.
Like I just someplace.
In women's basketball, you know, Aliyah Boston is tearing up the unrivaled basketball, 3-on-3 whole court basketball. That is very interesting because 3-on-3 basketball is not easy when you play whole court. Okay? It is not an easy game. So, unrivaled 3-on-3 women's basketball, you have the Phantoms, which Aliyah plays for, defeating the Rose 72-68. And the top scorer for the Phantoms was Kelsey Plum with 35 points. The top scorer for the Rose was Angel Reese with 17 points. And Angel Reese just come in. She wasn't playing with them all the time. She just come in to play with the Rose. Okay? And the Laces defeating the Breeze 65-53. The top scorer for the Laces was Brittany Skies with 25 points. The top scorer for the Breeze, Dominique Malanga with 21 points. And this Dominique Malanga, she the dunking thing. Yeah, she dunking the ball and you check. But she's very good. Okay? And then today games, you have the Vinyl versus the Laces and the Rose versus the Breeze. Okay? So that's what's going on in the world of 3-on-3 women's basketball. Now, of course, I'm looking for something here. But, oh, yes, I got something interesting to talk about, and this is horse racing on the 8th of next month. That's next week, Sunday. Horse racing at the Clinton Phipps Racetrack, March 8, 2026. Post time is 1:15. Okay? In race number 1, and this is what got me here. And if Dab, if you're listening to me, please call me Dab. Mr. Dab Koto, call me please if you're listening to this Avida Sports Show. You got race number 1, right? It's a 6 furlong, and in gate number 1 you got Lucky Emblem. Now Lucky Emblem is a native horse. She carrying 113. Gate number 2. You got Mean Tongue carrying 120. Scoop David is, she carrying 119. And Flawless Shot carrying 118. Okay? But the purse of that race is a 6 furlong. The purse of that race is $11,000. Okay? And that's race number 1. In race number 2, it's 7.5 furlong. And that's for that race that I just call it for Mears and Freely. This race is for Class D horses, 7.5 furlong, and this is $10,000. Okay? You have King Skull carrying 120, National Bid carrying 120, Tiago carrying 118, and Chino Mandito carrying 118, and King George Way carrying 120. And that's for Class D horses. And this is for the prep race for Carnival. Okay, I think so. I don't know if they're going to get another one. But in race number 3, it's a 1-mile race. And it's race number 3, it's $13,000. And it's a 1 mile and for Class A and B horses. Okay? Now, you got Highly Noted carrying 120. Mi Abogado carrying 120. My Candy Biz carrying 120. Storm Brave carrying 117, and Zaga carrying 117, and Gigi's Conquest carrying 120. A 1 mile race, race number 3, $13,000, and this for class A and B, they say. All right. In race number 4, it's a 1 mile 40 yards race, and this for class A and B also. It's in gate number 1, it takes heart, carrying 125 pounds. In gate number 2, lacrosse, carrying 119. Unrelentless, I know how to think about this, but he carrying 125 also. Rahoni carrying 119 and Family Band carrying 117, and that is $15,000. It's a mile and 40 yards. In race number 5, it's a 6 furlong, class A and B horses. Okay, and then it's $10,000. You have Mundo Mix carrying 119, Unsociable carrying 121, Barrio San Jose carrying 123, and they said Flair Lawrence could be in this race, but he's also eligible carrying 120. Okay, but he's there in another race. He's there in the last race of the day, which supposed to be the big race of the day. It's a mile and 40 yards also, the 6th race, and it's for class A and B, $16,000. You have Grand Tower carrying 120 pounds, the Protector carrying 119, Fighting Back carrying 121, Ice Road carrying 123, and Flair Lawrence carrying 123. And that's the big race card for
I got a trivia question.
that's the big race card for the 8th, which is Sunday coming up. Go ahead.
The trivia question. You got 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
The first one. Name all the Savbal Lily Parks and St. Croix. Where they there and what they name.
Mm-hmm.
And the name, what they got to name one, oh, this park.
They don't they,
I want the name of the park.
uh-huh.
Those that using now and those that are rebuilding.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever get them. I want all of them.
Uh-huh.
Number 2 question. The person that names Sabida real age. What is Sabida real age?
Oh, geez, that
Okay.
people them now, you know.
That's the trivia question. Carl, I'm waiting for you. You're not talking to Carl on the phone. And the grandchild said, Grandpa, more package come for you.
What?
Man, with the little boy sweet to Christmas. The amount of gift and thing he can come in from UPS and all them people.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, Mr. Pereira. Good afternoon to you and happy birthday once again, my brother. God bless you. Hey, that's my good partner, Mr. Pereira. Yeah, I put it down on my list for. I'm gonna make a new list because this list, I gotta take off some people. Some of them people, some die, and some of them they stop listening to the show, so I gotta take them off. I call him when I feel it. But you think Carl will answer you?
I thought you better come up here and say it.
Yeah, but you can't answer you, man. Anyhow, the trivia question for the day. Let us know all the names of all the Little League ballpark and Sabal Field and St. Croix. The name of them. Not, oh, this field are down there in Mali Project. No. You want to know the name of the field where they're in Mali Project. All right?
We waiting for you to call. We waiting for you to call.
Carlo Maihi.
A young lady. I just talk about you. I tell them I was talking to you and the grandchild said, Daddy, more package come. Call the show.
Hey, you want a man call the show for? To harass the man. Yes, call us up 773-0390, 773-0490, and let's start sports, okay? Now, this sports show is sponsored by Mr. Sorgy Bell. Okay, go out, call Sorgy Bell phone if you want some, if you're having a party or a wedding or anything that you got to get cake, you will get the world famous coquito cake. All right. Good afternoon, Savidas Pocho. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much, brother. Same to you. Sorgy can't harass your head. Don't mind Sorgy, you know.
Listen to me. I don't know what gift comes to our house. That's about it. Right? By myself, I give this bad into so my team. So my he goes to gift.
He on the radio telling everybody that your grandson said that Grandpa, more gift come.
They went to the wrong house. I said it's the Bobby that's the father and they gift coming from.
What wrong house?
Oh God.
You just be telling me.
I spent the day with my dad, but I just hang in.
Okay, well, you're doing well. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
You hear the trivia question?
No. I just tuned in about 10 minutes ago.
You got two of them.
What is?
One of them is, can you guess Sabida real age?
How long ago?
Sabida real age.
Oh, Jesus.
And the second one named Alice ball baseball field and St. Croix.
So you don't got these things. I don't know you get these things. Somebody don't forget these answers.
You know Sabida real age?
Sabida real name is Morgan.
Not name, age. Age.
Right?
Real age.
Don't mind a man.
So that way he's talking about big you.
What is Sabida real age?
He wants everybody to hear what my real age be. Because he keeps saying, I don't have no body.
But Sabida, how long ago? 15, 20 years, I had a conversation with you. I tell you, either February 20th or March, but pick a day. And that's your birthday. You going to this thing.
Everybody.
Sabida bought. Carl.
Sabida, wait, you were born on the 29th?
Yeah.
All right, so it's either the 20th or the bottom.
No. Carl.
Pick one.
Carl. At 11:59 tonight, before tomorrow 12:00, they have a second. And that second between them two numbers is Sabida birthday.
I don't mind. I buy 20.
No, but no, this is not a leap year.
Listen to me. Today, tomorrow's his birthday. When tomorrow come, yesterday was his birthday.
Carl, don't say figure it out, okay? Let me see here.
You understand now, Carl?
You waste a lot of time to that friggin' facility when you are walking around. I mean, I'm sorry,
but Carl, tell me when I saying when I rang. Today is the 28th. Tomorrow is the birthday. When March 1st come, birthday was yesterday. Am I wrong or am I right?
Wrong.
So you're telling me a minute before midnight?
No, I never say a minute. I never say a minute.
It's
a second.
Not a minute, a second.
It's a second. That's the birthday.
A second after and a second before midnight.
Yeah.
Carl, do not mind the man. Okay?
Which one is the birthday? Tomorrow or when tomorrow come yesterday? Which one is the birthday?
So now I know it's the birthday.
All right, thank you.
All right. So you and he born on the same day?
Yes.
I know it's the birthday.
I ask you a question. You and he born on the same day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so he born the 28th then?
I hold that.
Wait, he born the 28th?
Yes.
So Sabida birthday mark the 28th?
Yeah.
Carl?
Yeah.
Sabida birthday mark the 28th?
I never see the man birthday back.
Watch out, don't mind Saudi. He look in confusion. Anyhow, you enjoy your birthday with your daughter and your grandchildren
and they give them a whole UPS truck and FedEx truck come by you.
I wish you many more to come.
Let me talk on home then.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, my brother, yeah. So this stop harassing the people then. But anyhow, this sport show is sponsored by the finish line. I don't go down by the finish line. They got some big race, so they're gonna call them out and just in a little while. The finish line horse racing, Simon Castle, and wagering over them Princess. JV Car Wash Bar and Grill, you could go down there now and they got Rose Spoke down there. They're located at 349 on Pleasant Frederickstead, and you could call them up at 340-643-7190. Grow Hard Garden Shop and Supplies. They're located right across from Grove Play Gas Station in the little plaza there by Clarkey, and we got 340-692-4662. Whispers Cafe, they're located down there in Frederickstead, right by Wing Museum. Call them up, they got Rose Spoke to 340-692-4628. Yolanda's Beauty Salon. All right, go down there by Yolanda. She located at 109 113 Suite 7, Castle Coakley, over there on Hess Road. 340-719-2947. Okay, let me see somebody on the phone line. Good afternoon, Sabina Sports Show. Hey, what going on? What going on, man? Well, I say,
West better car for the man birthday, which is tomorrow.
What don't mind he West Indies lose a tough one against South Africa. But
listen, Zabila,
yeah.
they're not tough one, you know. South Africa playing the best World Cup cricket right now, you know.
When West Indies are playing until they meet South Africa, they are playing the best cricket too. That's the first game they lose.
No, but South Africa too. And that's how South Africa dominating everybody.
Well,
Listen, got a match tomorrow. That's the match of the century, right?
Yeah.
The match was still playing tomorrow. We're playing against India, the host country. The winner of that match ran to the semi-finals.
Okay.
The loser go home. That's the match tomorrow, West Indies and India.
Wow. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, that's big. That's huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. I'm going to try to say if I could get to see that game. That's very huge.
Both of them lose a game in the quarterfinals.
Yes, yeah. Because I would say, who beat India? You can remember who beat India? I got it right.
South Africa.
South Africa beat India too?
South Africa beat. Yeah, they beat the two of them. Yeah.
What?
I tell you, South Africa. Listen, South Africa playing some dangerous ball. I don't have them to wait until they reach the semi-finals to get knocked out, but anything from here now is knockout.
Right, yeah.
So West Indies, yeah.
Against
So
India, West Indies better do something, my son.
Well, I got to face 65,000 plus tomorrow.
Yeah.
That game playing in India.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, so the West team them gone through already, you know.
What about you get to watch a game with South Africa and when you only see clippings.
Me, I don't make play nothing in sports, I don't see either.
Yeah, but that's how you get what station you watch it and
I got something you call a fire stick.
Oh, you got Fire Stick. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I got to come back.
So you say buy a new TV. So you say buy a new TV because you mash up the last one.
Yeah, and I buy a bigger one now, so I don't mash up this one now. And I refuse to watch Boston game.
They went down by they beat the worst team in the league some night ago last night or something. They beat up on Brooklyn.
You let New York come and beat you by 50 points.
Yeah. Well, listen, Zabila, you have a big match right now in Grenada.
Good hope.
West Indies cricket board is West Indies versus Sri Lanka. The woman there.
Oh, the woman.
There's Anna Wynn, the girl from Grenada, and the Fletcher.
Yeah.
400 matches. And she get one ball.
What?
West Indies was bowled for 49.
What?
49 runs West Indies team was bowled for you, I tell you.
What?
The first cricket match I watched in a long time. That nobody reaching double figures.
Whoa.
The highest score was 7. Two make 7 and 2 make 6 and the rest make 4 not and half and a half. You know what I tell you? And they got a great, the number 1 all around and the team, Matthews from Barbados.
Yeah.
They got a great and the Terminator.
Yeah. What about the young girl from St. Kitts?
Yeah, Miss Blackstone, she get run out.
What?
Yeah, because Stephanie Taylor went down and then the two of them turned to go for the second one.
Yeah.
And Taylor turned back. Taylor turned back and she get run out.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so that you know, so she get run out for 6.
Wow.
Yeah, but right now, the match might be because it's raining in Grenada right now, so that might save West Indies. Yeah, the next million back 5 overs yet.
Okay.
They're going back 5 overs, they don't consider match. They call it abandoned match.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Shadow, I want to ask you a question. You run the cricket team for the West Indies. And so they call it the baseball classic in America. And they tell you your players then could come, but your coaches then can't come. But that's what happened with Cuba.
That's what happened with Cuba.
They tell Cuba the players they could come, but the coach then can't come.
I'm telling you what's wrong with that. You know what's wrong with that? It's politics.
Politics, yeah, that's what it is.
It's like that.
It's politics.
It's politics.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's politics.
The same people who are telling the Cuban dignitaries they can't come. They're the same people telling the Caribbean islands, as long as there's a Cuban doctors and nurses working for you, they're gonna cut you off.
Yeah.
Pure nonsense.
Yep. It's Trump who doing all of this.
Yeah, it's politics. That's all it is. So we not bring that in our sports shut over the head.
No.
Let us stay with the politics.
That's right. Let us stay there.
We want no politics in our sports.
For sure, you're right.
What's the latest on the ballpark?
Well, I see some people down there Thursday. It looked like they're coming back to do some work, but as right now, from last year, October, they stopped work at the Paddy Joseph Stadium.
But Zabida Hayden, you stop some people along there Thursday.
Yeah.
You working? Lining?
No, they brought in some bulldozer and thing. I don't know what they come to do.
Okay. Well, okay. What about the rain shock? What's the latest on that?
Well, the last time I had the commissioner here on the radio with me, he said by next month, which is tomorrow, sometime during the next month in March, they're gonna start doing something on the bands and the surface. And that was his word here. Yeah.
I want to answer one sugar question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your age is 42 years old.
Oh, Jesus.
Right.
No, you're wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
But that's the right, that's the right answer for a different question, you know.
Oh, okay, all right.
The answer for that question is how much game Philadelphia will win for the season? 42.
42. You go talk now, eh? Yeah. So Shadow, you could name all the little league ballpark park and things, right?
No, I only know one. Maybe one or two.
Okay.
Rudy Krieger, Gator, and the one in Grove. Like you say, you want to hear about the one in Grove, them places, so I'm going to stop there.
Yeah.
Well, I can't put some of them, I winning, I can't most.
Okay, my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to hear the ballparking group. We want to hear the name of the ballparking group. That's what we want to hear. So call us up 773-0390-773.
She can't be listening because she might have win it. The Voice.
Oh, The Voice?
Yeah.
Don't forget this.
Her brother was a so she's better than
Yeah. This sports show is sponsored by the Finish Line Horse Racing and Simon Casting and wagering down there in Princess, JV Car Wash Bar and Grill, Grow Hard Garden Shop and Supplies, Whispers Cafe, Yolanda's Beauty Salon, and I'm going to try in Believe It at Coconut Nightclub. Good afternoon, Savida Sports Show.
Yeah, good afternoon and happy birthday to the young man.
Hey, thank you, Hugo. Thank you.
You're pointing in this man head.
Mr. What you harassing me for? What you harassing me for?
He gonna divide your age by 4, I guess.
Yeah. Anyhow, I know you come to answer a question.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yes, we're ready.
I have Pedro Cruz, Isaac Boyne, Terrence Martin, Rudy Krieger, D.P. Canigata, and Basilio Felix.
That's all?
That's all I got.
Okay.
You have more than that?
You got more than that, yes.
You have more than that.
All right, buddy. You might be knowing some teams, some people I don't know.
Yeah,
You know them.
You know them.
You know them.
You know them, yes. You just,
Yeah?
yeah, you know them,
You
yes.
know them.
Tell me.
All right, buddy.
And we talked about one last week.
Week?
So much time we talked about that one last week. You didn't even call that one.
All right.
All right, buddy, yeah.
Okay.
Anyhow, thank you very much, my brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, last one here about La Monique.
I haven't heard nothing since that Saturday when I talked with you.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything else.
Okay, my brother.
Yeah.
And of course, when I call La Monique name, La Monique Berrios is, of course, one of our bowlers from St. Croix who is very, very dominant in the United States. And she's doing very well. God bless her. And her mom and her father. All of them I know very well. Okay, we're going to, let me see this thing, you know, I got something to talk about. Oh, okay. Virgin Islands, jockeys, owners, and trainers are from the Virgin Islands, St. Croix in particular, riding in the United States. We got some trainers from St. Thomas, but I don't see them by name. I don't know why. I try to look up all their name, and I don't see the name at all. But at Turf Paradise, of course, you got Kevin Krieger riding over there today. You got in race number 3, a 6.5 furlong, a Hastim Liberty Cup ridden by Kevin Krieger. In race number 4, a 1 mile race, a Hastim CS Lily Dancer ridden by Kevin Krieger. And in race number 8, you got a 4.5 furlong Hastim Cha Ching Machine ridden by Kevin Krieger. And then, of course, you got, let me see, I got somebody on the phone. Let me see what on the phone, right? Good afternoon, Savila Sport Show.
Yes, Sabina, who make bother you?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Supply to the public.
Whether you come to St. Thomas or I come to St. Croix first, we got to fire one.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. But listen, I don't know if you were listening to the radio today and Elizabeth show. James, a mechanical engineer, was on there and a contractor.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be the commissioner of public works, and he said 2019, when he became commissioner, that's when work was already going on and the ball back.
Oh yeah, and that's James from whatever I mean by Lagrange.
Yeah, and he told them they were doing it wrong, but still, I don't know what is really going on. Why is it taking so long to build a ball back?
Yeah, we lose you. We lose.
I ask you, why is it taking so long to build a ball back?
I can't know, Mr. I can't help you with that. His land, Mr. James' land is adjacent to the Paddy Joseph Stadium. If you knock a hole man too far, we go inside his land.
Right, that's what he said. But then listen to this here. He said he travels a lot and he was in Rome and they built a Colosseum, I think, in 5 years. So why a little ball back? I think how much years now? 20 years.
20 something, 28 or 30 years or something, so.
Well, my friend, we got ready for this book.
I tell you, Guinness Book of World Record, the longest ballpark to build.
Well, my Christ, but this ain't making no kind of nobody said.
Nope.
You know, my son, we like a lot of narrow too.
I telling you. Well, all right, yeah, thank you.
Yes, I.
Yes, of course, as we were talking about Kevin Krieger riding on Monday, March the 2nd also over there at Tower Faraday. He's riding in race number 2 at 6 furlong. I asked him Your Car, ridden by Kevin Krieger. And in race number 6, he's riding at 6 furlong. I asked him Penny Patter, ridden by Kevin Krieger. Going over today at Torfway Park, you got Julio Maganja Felix. He's riding in a 6.5 furlong. I asked him Guardian, written by Julio Felix. Then you got March the 2nd, that's Monday too. You got Parks Racing, you got young Ajari Williams riding over there. He's riding in race number 1 at 6 furlong at a house named Tapurica, ridden by Ajari. And in race number 5 at 6 furlong, a house named Vincent Faith, okay, ridden by Ajari Williams. Then today, over there at Aqueduct, you have the Gotham Stake, a grade 3, 1 mile, 3-year-old, and you got Balboa, Hammond. Balboa is ridden by Sheldon Russell. Hammond is ridden by Jaime Rodriguez. Crown de Buckeye, ridden by Ricardo Santana Jr. 4th and 1, ridden by Jose Lascano. Right to Party, ridden by Christopher Elliott. Iron Anna, ridden by Manuel Franco. Exhibition Only, ridden by Ruben Selvia. Coral Chrome, ridden by Jaime Torres. And Dirty Rich, ridden by Roman Vasquez. Okay, that is the Gotham Stake. And then you have the Fountain of Youth, which is and the Gotham Stake is how much? Oh, I ain't got a price on that one. But the Fountain of Youth is $425,000, 3-year-old, and it's a mile and a 16, and that is at Gulfstream Park today. You got Jackson Hole, ridden by John Velasquez. Rockies Balboa, ridden by Luis Saez. Tarkin, ridden by Joel Rosario. Commandment, ridden by Ayuad Ortiz Jr. Bavaro, ridden by Tyler Gaffillon. Chef Wallaby, ridden by Junior Alvarado. Napoleon Solo, ridden by Kenry Camuch. Bull by the Hand, ridden by Machi Husband. Global Aviator is Scratch. Sally Tudu, ridden by Flavia Pret. And Lost Money, ridden by Javier Castellano. And then on Sunday, tomorrow, you got the Rebel Stake over there at Oakland Park. It's a $1 million race for 3-year-old, 1 mile and a 16, and it's Bravaro, ridden by Francisco Arieta. Latimus Test, ridden by Flav Lampret. Class President, ridden by John Velasquez. Blackout Time, ridden by Brian Hernandez. Honey's to Blame, ridden by Emmanuel Esquelev. You got Strategic Risk, ridden by Javier Castellano. Silent Tactic, ridden by Christian Torres. Rancho Santa Fe, ridden by Ayuad Ortiz Jr. Time for Music, ridden by Keith Asmussen. And Saladir and Diplomat, ridden by Jose Ortiz. And that's the 3 stake. 1 tomorrow, 2 today. The Fountain of Youth and the Gotham is today. And the Rebel Stake is tomorrow over at Oakland Park. So nobody ain't answering that question, Soji. Over at the Elmo Plasket last night, you had a 12 and under Thursday. Elmo Plasket, to lead the Cardinals defeated the Sun 14-7. Cardinals 14 runs, 3 hit, no errors. Sun 7 runs, 3 hit, 1 error. Go down to the Wimbledon Park and support local sports. Support them youth man playing baseball. Excuse me. Let me see, we got a phone call here. Good afternoon, Savida Sports Show.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Hey, what's going on? That's my cousin from Frederickstead, Mr. Henry Milligan. Henry, what's going on?
Hey there, man.
Well, I dare to make a note. I got Saudi harassing my head. Yeah, my Uncle Granville home in. Yesterday was Uncle Granville home, yes.
Yeah,
So super dad.
Everything cool.
Yeah, everything good, everything
Super
good.
dad.
So when they make 50 years.
Super dad.
Yes, sir.
Who bought this today?
I just say,
Who?
Majora.
No, sir. So Mary's birthday.
Don't mind he, Henry.
So my March 1st.
No.
Yeah. So my March 1st, yes.
Well, I mean, when March first come yesterday, we bought this.
Yeah, he always talking some now, eh? Oh God. So I didn't know if I gonna get to bring it for you. I might try to see if I could bring some of that rose pork for you, but I'll say if I could bring it, I'll bring it. If I can't bring it, I'll see you on next time.
All right, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Can I get home soon?
Yes, for sure. All right.
All right.
And that is my good cousin of name, Frederick said, Super Dad. That's right, Super Dad, one of the greatest man in the world. That's right. Super Dad, Mr. Well, somebody.
Why do you call it Super Dad?
When I call you Super Dad, I can't tell you that I'm here. I cannot tell you that I'm here. Okay.
I know you got your but that thing you got more than me.
Good afternoon, Sabina Spojo. Hello. Good afternoon, Sabina Spojo.
Well, I think I got it now.
There we go. Go ahead, go ahead.
Why I made it Harry Clark.
That's how you got?
Yeah. I got the rest of them.
You got the rest of them?
He said you got the rest of them.
I gonna call you when I leave and tell you one you missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys I call, let me see, I give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Harry Clark will be 7.
Yeah.
And you gonna move?
You got what?
You gonna move? You gonna move?
Only 7 I know.
What you say? Only 7.
And they got one. I ain't gonna say nothing. What time it is?
It's almost time to go.
Tell you?
Tell you what they want.
They got one right under your nose hole. This one don't have no. It don't have no name, but it's a ballpark. I gotta say, it don't have the. It's the ballpark them. Say now them name. They got some the one next to you in name.
That is correct. Yes.
I practice.
Correct.
And that feel it.
All right.
That feel still there.
You got another one you know about too.
Eh?
You got this one you know about.
I know about.
Yeah. I could tell you it. You know about it. You know about it, but they should give you the price because you can't enough.
You go. Where you live? Where you live? Where you live? Oh, okay. Oh, no. Ain't not there no. So I thought you live at Mombiju. Sorry.
Jeez, bread. We gonna see somebody can. Our next person call in.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Somebody will call in. Come back and call again. Call again there. They said they will call in. Somebody call
Yes,
in.
somebody was calling. She had a special thing. Okay, remind her again.
Yeah. Remind her again to call. We got a couple minutes left.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
see, it looks like. Good afternoon, Savita Sportio.
Good afternoon, Con. Happy
Hey,
birthday.
good afternoon.
And I hope you live to see many more.
Thank you very much, darling.
And I call to try the question.
Yeah.
Wait. Hello. Where's my good afternoon?
Hello. Good afternoon, Fergie.
Good afternoon.
Go ahead.
BC Navigator, Fanny Joseph, Pedro Cruz, Isaac Boyle, Reinhold Jackson, Basilio Felix, Terrence Martin, Rudy Krieger, and Horace Clark.
That's it?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. You are Hugo Carl the same amount.
Yeah.
But
And I think Edwin send that thing to you now.
No, and you got a place by part name after Emil Henderson.
Okay.
You don't know about park they have that don't have a name yet?
That ain't have a name yet, so then.
She's on the ball.
For me.
Man.
Well, I had another caller, but they looked at yeah, but somebody else, but they don't hang up when people them down the lane. If she wants to talk, she gotta stay on the lane. She can't hang up. Well, I know what Soji, it got more, but
you got more.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
sure you go call the same.
Yeah. But they got more. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
And thank you. Yeah, the lady when I was calling, please call back. I said somebody was calling me there, but every time I think, good afternoon, Sabina Sporcho.
Hi, Magellan.
Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Magellan.
How you doing?
I'm gonna be worried today, but I got a chance. That's because I love you so much. You're 68 years old?
No.
Miss.
I got this from a good source. I'm shame on them.
Miss, you go hear me? Miss.
I can hear you.
Yeah, he was born on January 29th. I want his
so you don't make a birthday until every 4 years.
I want the real age. You understand?
So, yeah, okay. So you don't make a birthday every 4 years.
That's right.
You're a leap year baby, huh?
That's right.
No, but this comes from his main source. Shame on them. I'm going to say this right quick. He's laughing, but you could stay young a long time. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
But after that, you got 4 years that you got to catch up with. And that ain't feeling too good. But I'm not going to hold your time. I do wanted to say this because I was feeling good about the inductees and the pioneering and stuff because, you know, Jim Crow South, and at that time, the significance of basketball, especially women's HBCU school or stuff in the South, but it trended down. So it's more like it's a historical situation for the school, and a lot of input was put into it, how it built up from there, and how it was in the South for women to play basketball during that time. The team is I might not sound like an old lady because they think when you're old, your voice is supposed to be croak, you know, like croaky, like oly, but that ain't the picture if you take care of yourself. But it's 1975-76 team, and I just wanted you to be aware of it, and it's a significant, and I feel very proud about it because, you know, coming out of Central High in 73, you know, got a chance to be a part of that, and it'll be it's some clips I'll send little by little, but it's significant here, especially in the South during that time.
Okay.
So I just wanted you to know it's not just plain, it's historical. And the last thing I'm gonna do before I run my mouth, when you were talking about that tree,
yeah,
you see I still say tree, not tree.
That crucian still there, you. You're trying to hide it. You're trying to hide it.
100%. The tree, I would just put the trophies up that I have, and it was, you know, remember I kept telling you the N1, and at the time it was called Jericho, the Jericho Tournament League, and they used to go from Chicago, different cities on the bus.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know of that, but it was Jericho. It started out as N1, then it went to Jericho, and there's tournaments they held from city to city, tree and tree, all that included in it. And when you were talking about Aaliyah Boston, that was before her time.
Yeah,
three that we played was the same way that they play now, and the WNBA style that they play is what we play. Because when we practice against the men team. So it goes way back, and it's going to be some clippings I'm going to send to you. You probably laugh about it because of the training style that we had.
Right.
That was pretty vigorous. We used to have to run the stadium up and down one, up and down two. This is the stadium now. Okay. So that's the kind of training that we had. But I'm just gonna cut it short. And
Yeah, because I got another call coming in. And we look into, but we got overtime.
Yeah, I don't want to go, but it's good talking to a 68-year-old right now.
Yeah.
It's good. Nice talking to you.
All right, okay.
Bless. Everything blessed. Bye-bye.
And she rang Soji.
Oh. She way wrong. Your age way wrong, man. That way wrong, Savita.
Anyhow, I got the next car.
It's coming.
No, I'm coming here. Yeah, coming and then it got blank.
Could you try now? He's waiting for you. Okay.
Yeah. Don't try and hang up. You try hold on. When we see the light blinking, we get the person and the next time to go. We got one more call coming in, and it's calling right now. Good afternoon, Savita Sports Show.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. I see you have two wonderful ladies on your show today.
Yep.
Relay for Life.
No, this is Savita Sports Show.
This is Savita Sports Show. You gotta wait on Ali.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Abdul Ali.
Yeah, well, we're gonna come off right now. So give him a chance and call him back.
Oh, he's the one that told me to call.
Yeah, because he will come in on now.
I couldn't get on.
He coming on now.
He coming on now?
Yeah, so
Okay. All right.
That's clear. Yeah.
All right, Miss Roca.
Yeah. But
All right.
You hear my voice?
Yeah.
You hear my voice?
Tell us.
See, I was trying to get on because I'm involved with those ladies.
Hello,
You know?
me ask you about that. You ain't hear my voice? You know who talking to?
Let her tell you what she had to say.
Do I know who I'm talking to?
Yeah.
Yeah, who is Sergey Bell?
Yeah, you gotta you know to me.
And Savita talking to you too.
Okay, yeah, that much I catch right away.
Well, we're gonna tell you. Say what you have to say. Go ahead and say. Yeah.
Yeah, what happened, I work with an organization, Relay for Life, and this is our 25th anniversary. And this year, we're adding on something that was never done before. And we're going to do a Miss Relay for Life 2026 to raise additional money to help with cancer.
Okay. That sounds good. And where is the Relay for Life going to be? Explain all of that. Tell us.
It's going to be at Complex the first weekend, Saturday and Sunday in June.
Okay.
At St. Croix Educational Complex.
Okay, so that's the first weekend in June. You're going to be having a Relay for Life, and then you're going to be having a special to raise extra money.
It's going to be at the complex, though. It's going to be something different, but we never did this before. But it's our 25th anniversary. And we need to raise as much money because cancer is not anybody's friend.
That's right. That's right. You better believe it.
That's
and
right.
We're glad you're sharing this information with us because there's a lot of people out there. They need to start coming to the Relay for Life.
Yes, exactly, and helping us raise money so we can help families, especially since we don't have a hospital that accommodate that kind of service. They have to go off island.
Right.
So we need to raise as much money as we possibly can to help people that need the help. And that's why I'm helping them this year. I had relaxed a little bit, but I had my daughter died in 2014 from cancer, so I'm very much involved with this. And they do an excellent job in trying to raise funds.
All right, Ms. Roca, thank you very much, and thank you for giving us those information, okay?
Okay,
you have a blessed day. Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.
And of course, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, listen. Make sure you make somebody smile. And ladies, just for today, although Christmas gone, the mistletoe is on top of the head. Just for today and tomorrow. Right, Ali?
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
Ali don't mind here, though.
Okay. Now, people, remember, never try to ruin somebody's reputation with lies when the truth will ruin yours.
And with that note, in sports, problems never cease. It just daily increase. Have a nice and safe weekend. I like it up.
Oh, yeah.
Ali,
Yeah.
tomorrow is your birthday. And when tomorrow come yesterday was your birthday.
Absolutely. Every day.
Oh, okay, Ali.
All right, folks. Well, I wish Savita a very happy birthday. Now, I'm not going to be able to do the show this afternoon because I got to go and attend to another affair, but such is life. So we're going to catch up next week. So I'm going to just roll you over and just get you in here as best we could. And let's see where we are at this time. So have a nice afternoon. Just got to go.